Southwestern, for alma mater dear. Pirates fight for old Southwestern. To Southwestern will be loyal to the sun from the sky. And remember to the end that a fight will never die. Pirates fight, yeah we win, ayy. Pirates fight, to the end, whoa. Pirates fight, yeah we win, ayy. Pirates fight, yeah, to the end, whoa, to the end.
Ten years ago last Thursday, the Southwestern Pirates and the Texas Lutheran Bulldogs stepped on a Birkelbach field to bring football back to Southwestern University for the first time in 51 years. They played every year since except for the COVID-shortened spring season of 2020, and they'll continue that rivalry this afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Southwestern Pirates football on the Vype Live Network. My name is Merle Bertrand, coming to you live from Birkelbach Field in Georgetown, Texas. Joined today by TJ Vela, Chuck Cracy down at the sidelines, our producer Melvin Jones, Okoye Anderson and Michael Rose on camera, and Skylar Gillespie, our QA. And TJ, great to be back with you again. And I was here on that day 10 years ago on what was then KMAX Sports. You were still in high school, I think, a couple of years away from becoming a Pirate. But is that deepening sense of tradition and rivalry between Southwestern and TLU, that's what makes it such a great rivalry?
Completely agree with you on that, Merle. A great rivalry indeed. This right now, team Southwestern and TLU, you think how close each of the towns are to one another, Georgetown and Seguin. You think of the history each of the teams has with one another. You're talking about 10 years ago. And then you think of every time these teams come together and play, it seems like it's always a close game. Last year, TLU came back in the second half, beat Southwestern. The year before, Southwestern came back and beat TLU in the second half. So a great rivalry indeed, and it's one of those things that the team that comes out today and starts playing hard, starts playing consistent, that's the team that's going to find themselves out on top.
Absolutely, and we got in there just a couple of minutes late, some technical hiccups. You got to love the opening broadcast. Second game of the season for the Pirates, our first game back, and equipment not quite cooperating a little bit. Chuck Grayson down on the sidelines. I'm not sure if we're going to have a chance to get to him until later on in the ball game, but kind of an all-star crew here today. Michael Rose on camera. All of us were doing games last night, and the Pirates coming in with a record of 0-1, as well as TLU coming in with a record of 0-1. Both teams dropping the season opener last week. Not sure how much that matters when these two get together. I think both teams improved quite a bit, and of course TLU winning with about 12 seconds to go last year, TJ. How much are the guys in the locker room to remember that? How much have they got this day circled on their calendar?
They've had it circled since last year, Merle. I talked to him yesterday at the Pirate Pep Rally, and, you know, we already said it's a rivalry. There's a certain hatred last week against Cal Lutheran. We wish it would have went differently. We lost on that last-second Hail Mary, but it's where they redeem themselves. They get that win here on their first home game of the year against one of their biggest rivals, and I'm excited, Merle. It's going to be a good one, I think.
It really is. Want to bring in Melvin Jones. He's our producer this year here on the Vype Live Network. And Melvin has taken a sledgehammer to his own computer and fired up the backup computer to get us on the air. Awesome job, Melvin.
It's been very crazy the last hour and a half, but we're getting to it. We will be completely on there for kickoff, so we're all good.
That's the main thing. Melvin, throughout the course of the game, will be giving you scoring updates, although we're not going to talk about Texas and Alabama because we don't want you to go watch that game instead of us. You know, record
now, Merle. And I think, too, they're not going to get any type of broadcast with the ESPN type of people that they'll get right here on Vype than with us right here.
What we've been battling primarily is internet connectivity, so we'll be fighting that this afternoon. We are recording the broadcast, so if we have to, and it's a little choppy, we'll post the archive in its entirety. But we're about 4 or 5 minutes away from kickoff. 11th meeting between these two schools. The series even at 5-5 after TLU pulled out last year's game here at Birkelbach 21-17, scoring with just 12 seconds left, as I mentioned. And the captain's about ready to meet out at the 50-yard line.
On SU Football Weekly.
So what's the difference, TJ, former player, what's the difference playing at home versus playing on the road?
Well, it's the home field advantage. It's getting to play in front of your own fans, your own students, your own community. That's the big thing, especially when I think back at the times when I played. it was always something special to walk through the tailgate happening here at Birkelbach Field in the parking lot. It was always special to run out from that locker room, see your friends and family right there in the stands in front of you. You don't get that necessarily at the away stadiums, especially at stadiums like the one in Seguin. I can get into that stadium later, bro. That's a terrible stadium. But like I said, it's just one of these things here at Birkelbach. It's something special. And here in the next few years, we're going to have that special thing on campus. It's going to be really nice.
Yeah, it's kind of funny you mentioned that. I was thinking on the drive up here coming up from Austin, you pass that sign for Highway 29. It says Southwestern University. But you got to go past that to get to Georgetown. It's a beautiful facility, but it's built for Georgetown High School, and then they added ECU Patriots and leased out here to the Pirates. I've had that very same thought. In a couple of years, if we're fortunate enough to still be doing these games, we'll make that right turn and head down to the campus.
And it's going to be really nice. I've seen the blueprints. I know where they're going to put it. It's going to be right there next to the field house. It's going to be very beautiful, Maryland. Like I said, it's going to be one of the things that I think makes Southwestern even that much more attractive to potential recruits that want to go to school at not just a highly competitive athletic school, but a highly competitive academic school, and you get the best of both worlds when it comes to Southwestern University.
Exactly. Pirate captain's number 11 on the right. That's probably Peyton Ludeman, I would imagine. Yeah, he's one of the captains. And, of course, it's going to be Anderson Johnson. We had them on the SU Football Weekly, not this past week, but the week before, the inaugural edition for 2023.
Texas Lutheran will receive. Good luck, gentlemen. Let's have a good ball game.
If you're Coach Austin, you couldn't ask for two better guys to be captains. I watched that show you did with Peyton and Anderson, and they're so well-spoken. They're so dedicated to this program and what it all means to be a Southwestern Pirate. And for me, and as an alum coming back, I love seeing that. That's one of the things that makes me proud to be an alum of this program. To see guys like that leading this team.
RMA Guest Coach Award to Shane Littleton.
Yeah,
Shane is the CEO of Chisholm Trail Pediatrics.
The year prior, so they were much more relaxed at the time. But I'm always struck about how calm and quiet and well-mannered Anderson Johnson was when he gets down to the football.
Literally, it's insane. And honestly, you put a mic in front of him, and he honestly comes out of his shell a little bit more, too. Like last night at the Pirate Pep Rally, you should have seen him. He was hyping up the crowd, getting everyone yelling. I was like, dude, who is this guy? I've never seen him before. I can't wait to see what he does today on this line, though.
Please welcome today's guest coach, Shane Littleton. Southwestern Football thanks you for all
watching
that
the
you
pregame
do
ceremony taking place here down in the field.
Got the Associate Athletic Director, Glenn Schwab, down there.
Go ahead and bring a crowd back down a little bit if you could, Melvin. Awesome job by Melvin and Suna Vincott, our technical director.
Suna.
Literally 15 minutes ago, we were dead in the water. Couldn't connect to anything, so we made the switch to my computer as a backup, used the template that we got loaded up for SU Football Weekly, added the 2 extra cameras, and away we go. So we're building to it as we go here. Pirates set it to kick off from right to left in the home black jerseys with the goldenrod numerals and trim and piping down the side. TLU with the white jerseys and pants. Navy blue numerals outlined in gold. Bulldogs receive going left to right. Pirates kicking off from right to left on a hot and muggy night, about 102 degrees in Georgetown, Texas. Thank God they didn't play this game in the afternoon, TJ.
And thank God we're up here, or else I would be drenched in sweat, Merle.
Football on the tee. And kickoff, short high kick, fair catch called for and made it the 25-yard line. And that is where TLU will take over first down and 10. Going from left to right are the Bulldogs, an offense averaging, 31 points per game, just in one game, 289 yards last week. Senior quarterback Seth Cosme, 12 out of 25, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Their leading running back, senior running back Jacob Horton, 18 carries, 70 yards last week, 3.9 yards per carry and a touchdown. Keep an eye on their receivers, Jacob Wallace and Caleb Camarillo for the TLU Bulldogs. Pirate defense gave up 41 points last week, but that's a little misleading. Most of that came in the first half. In fact, they only gave up, I think, the field goal in the second half.
Yep.
Not counting
it's
the
one touchdown on the field
yeah.
goal, I think. Yep.
So Cosme swings it out left side, complete to the 30-yard line. First play from scrimmage, and Peyton Ludeman will knock him down, but across the 35 to the 36-yard line, an 11-yard pickup for a first down.
And already we can see them attacking the boundary and the corners right now for Southwestern. Last week against Kowloon, that's what they attacked early. They found a lot of success. It took the corners and the safeties a little bit of time to get acclimated to everything going on. So we'll see here if TLU keeps that same strategy.
First down 10 at the 36-yard line. Bulldogs going from left to right. And they'll swing past left side. There it is again, and this time out across the 40, maybe a 4-yard pickup. Going to bring up a second down. They give him the 41, so second down and 5 from the 41-yard line.
And TLU knows the strength of this Pirates defense is that front seven. It's that front four, especially with guys like Malik McDonald, Marion Williams-Jack. Like, those guys command that defense, and they're staying away from them right now.
Second down and 5. Yeah, don't give him time to get to Cosme. Handoff right side, trying to get the corner turn, and will not. A big hit there at the 43-yard line. Trying to see who that masked man was. Number 7 for the Pirates. That would be Blaine Corkin. What a game he had last week out in California. Sets up a 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, he's someone the Pirates are going to rely on a lot this year. If you remember last year, he was one of their studs. I think he led the defense in tackles last year. So Blaine Corkin, he's a guy that the Southwestern faithful are going to want to keep an eye on this year.
Senior linebacker out of the Woodlands. Big 3rd down coming up here. 3rd down and 3 from the 43-yard line. Dropping back as Cosme swings on our right side, complete, and a big stick bounces off of it and dives to the 47-yard line. I think the second effort got him there. Big hit, but they didn't wrap up, and it was Jacob Fortin with the second effort, got it across the line, first down.
Yeah, right there, the Southwestern defender just didn't keep his feet moving. For all the younger viewers watching at home, if you're going to go after a guy like that, you want to keep your feet moving, explode with your hips. Right there, our guy kind of got caught in the water, and that allowed Fortin to get those extra yards to the first down.
So two receivers wide left, one to the near side. Cosme, handoff up the middle. Nice hole across the 50, tripped up. I think that was that Ludeman tripped him up, right? Because if he didn't, that's going to be a big gain.
Yeah, big gain. That was a good job by Ludeman getting in there and just getting the shoelaces. Right now, TLU relying heavily on the power look, and it's given this front 6 for the Southwestern some trouble. They're doing a good job of attacking it as a whole, but it's that second effort of getting the linebackers over top to make the tackle that they're having trouble with.
Second down and 3 coming up, and handoff right side, and big stick again with the second effort across the 45 down to the 43-yard line. Pirates are doing a good job getting the hit, but they're not wrapping up, and the second effort that time to Corey Willis, the senior, moves the chains again.
And I think that was another thing coming out of last week was the whole wrapping up, making the first tackle on the first effort.
Right.
That was a big – they need to just wrap up and tackle at the end of the day.
Trips wide left, one to the near side. Nice drive here by the Bulldogs. Swung past left side, complete. Gets a block in the edge, but tripped up in the open field. Good play there by Ethan Mills to keep that one a minimal gain of about 4 yards on the play. Second down coming up.
Ethan Mills, a guy who didn't see a lot of time last year, called upon this year to replace a lot of, I think, seasoned guys in the secondary like Peyton Vaughn, Elijah Norris, and already being tested early here in this contest.
Second down coming up from the 39-yard line. Dropping back, swing pass left side, complete to the 39, and good open field tackle that time. Pirate defense swarming to the football. First one to get to him was Peyton Ludeman. He held him up, and then the cavalry arrived, and it's a 3rd down and 5 coming up.
And this year, you're not going to find a more passionate player than Peyton Ludeman, the 5th year here on this Pirates defense. When I was a senior and he was a freshman, he was already one of the most passionate guys on the field, and now you add the whole leadership component, the captain component, and then just being the 5th year here, the most experienced guy, like he's going to fly around and make all the plays for this Pirates defense this year.
3rd down and 5 from the 38-yard line, dropping back, looking. Cosme scrambling to his left and fires, incomplete. And that'll bring up a 4th down. So the Pirate defense bending but not breaking. Interesting decision coming up here for TLU. 4th down and 5 from the 38. They got to go for it. It'll be a 55-yard field goal from here.
And finally, you see there, that was the first time that the quarterback for TLU, Cosme, had to actually sit in the pocket and wait for some routes to develop. He's been relying on quick passes before that. The TLU offensive line didn't quite hold up there. That could be something to watch later on in this game.
4th and 5. Pirate defense a chance to get off the field. First drive of the ball game. One receiver left, 2 to the near side. Cosme dropping back. Pressure coming up the middle. Hit as he forced that ball off the mark. He tried to get it down there on the right side to Caleb Klosterman. But how about that? The Pirate defense coming up big.
It's like what you said, Merle. Bend, don't break. And we talked about that front 6 for the Southwestern Pirates defense. We need them to make plays this year. Right there already, helping make a stand. They applied that pressure, made Cosme uncomfortable, and now gave their team, their offense, great field position here on their own side of the field.
So first down 10 at the 38-yard line. Pirate offense last week, 35 points. Damian Gomez will lead them out. One receiver wide right, 2 to the near side. Handoff. And up to the 40-yard line, gain there of about maybe 2 or 3. I give him 3 yards out to the 41. That was probably Colby Bartlett on the carry.
And the key for the Pirates here, Merle, they got to get the run game started early.
Yeah.
They're already down a great offensive lineman in Brian Gutierrez. He had a season-ending injury last week. His replacement needs to step up here, and they need to get the run game going because that'll open up the pass game later on like what we saw last week.
2nd down and 7. Hand off again to Bartlett. He puts the shoulder down and pounds it up to about the 43. A harder couple of yards there. He's going to set up a 3rd down and 5 coming up.
And Bartlett, I think last year we saw glimpses, flashes of the things he could do, the greatness he can provide to this Pirates offense. This year, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing more of it. Last week I saw it on the film, but obviously in person haven't seen anything. But we're ready to go here.
So big play coming up here. 3rd down and about 6 to go. Pass over the middle, complete. Flag comes down. It's going to be incomplete. In and out of the hands. Got a flag in the backfield anyway. Probably a hold. I didn't see a late hit.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold right there on the inside. The TLU front 3 started twisting across the lineman's face, and at that point, if he didn't want Damien to get his head knocked off, it was best to hold right there.
10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, 3rd down.
Oh, kind of surprised they're going to push him back, give him another chance at 3rd down and long.
I'm not too sure on that one, Merle. I wouldn't have given him another chance, especially considering the fact that you could, have a shanked punt. You could have all this stuff happen where you can have great field position.
Correction.
There we go.
Texas Lutheran. Illegal formation. 5 players in the backfield. Kicking team. That penalty would be enforced 5 yards from the end of the kick. 1st down, Texas Lutheran.
So the punt will stand, but they'll push it up the field 5 yards.
So what happened on that, one of the Pirates on the line there was just a little too bit far back, just kind of like that Chiefs right tackle on Thursday Night Football the other night. But unlike those refs, they called it here today.
So that'll push the ball out to the 22-yard line, 1st down and 10. 10:07 to go, 1st quarter, no score. TLU's 2nd possession of the night. Back split to either side of Cosme. Now one of them comes in motion here to the right side, and handoff around the left. 2nd down and 8 from the 24. 2 receivers left, one to the near side. On the end, you're on trying to get the corner turn, cuts it up at the 25 and gets it out to the 30-yard line, sets up a 3rd down and 2. Pirate defense staying home and wrapping up, knocking down Chase Paddock, but not before a nice gain there. It's going to bring up a big 3rd down here, TJ.
And right now, they're relying heavily on their tight end. TLU is Cole Andrus, number 9. He's doing a really good job of pulling around, sweeping out to the outside, just like what we saw on that last play, and he's really opening up holes for these TLU running backs.
So 3rd down and 2 coming up from the 30-yard line. One receiver left, 2 to the near side. Another chance to get off the field. 4-man front for the Pirates. Play action. Cosme going to left. Got a receiver behind the defense. Caught at the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down for TLU. Don't know if that was a blown coverage or just a pretty good route or a little combination of both.
I think that has a lot to do with the run being so effective for TLU right now. When you run the play action like that and you have the secondary for Southwestern start getting their eyes in the backfield, it just opens up the play action pass for them. And then we saw it right there with that deep pass that resulted in a big gain and a 1st down for TLU.
2 receivers left, one here to the near side. Handoff up the middle. And upended by Ludeman at about the 37-yard line. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. 2nd down and 7.
So far, we haven't seen any negative plays from TLU, Merle. I don't even think we've seen, a play get back to the line of scrimmage. They've gotten positive yards on every single one of their plays outside of incomplete passes.
Yeah, that's a great point.
So they're moving the ball really well here against this Pirates defense.
2nd down and 8. Ball at the 38-yard line. 1 receiver left, 2 to the near side. Cosme, handoff up the middle again. No, he's going to keep it himself. Left side, tucks it under. Going to run it inside the 35, down to about the 30. Knee touchdown at the 33-yard line, so it sets up a 3rd down and 3 for the Bulldogs. Email's open, by the way, now that we've kind of settled in. SouthwesternFB@gmail.com.
I need Coach Mask's dad to start sending in emails. That's when good things start happening for
right.
the Pirates. I know he's listening in, Merle. He's our most dedicated listener.
SouthwesternFB@gmail.com. 3rd down and 3 coming up from the 33-yard line. Cosme to his right. Buys some time, fires over to the right side, and that ball is incomplete. Feet got tangled up and no flag. Good pressure coming in from the backside for the Pirates by Alex Gomez. And that forced Cosme to get rid of that football probably before he wanted to. And again, that big 4th down play coming up.
Yeah, Alex Gomez is not someone I would want to see heading straight at me full speed like we just saw right there with Cosme, Merle. He's one of the scariest Pirates defenders in all of history. And again, he's going to have a great senior year, I hope, too. But similar to what we just saw, another short 4th down situation for the Bulldogs.
Big play coming up here. 7:22 to go in a scoreless first quarter. 4th down and 3 from the 33-yard line. One receiver left, 2 to the near side. Handoff, left side, trying to get the corner turn, and he's not going to get there, and the flag comes down.
And it was a great play all the way up until the tight end, number 9, Cole Andrus, flipped and whipped around the defensive end for Southwestern, and it's probably going to be holding on the Bulldogs here, and it's going to take away their likely first down.
No, I think the Pirates stopped him.
Oh, yeah, it does look like they stopped him.
I think Aiden O'Connell got him and kept him about a yard shy of the first down. Yep, they'll decline the penalty, and it'll be a turnover on down, so the Pirate defense with another stand.
Cole Andrus is thanking his heavens that Aiden O'Connell made that tackle because he was gonna get roasted in film tomorrow if they didn't get that first down because of his holding penalty.
So Pirates had a couple of options as the lights come on here at Birkelbach Field.
Thing is, the lights are coming on, but it's still hot down there,
It's
bro.
still hot down there. It could be hot at midnight. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, last night at the Pirate Pep Rally, it was 8 o'clock, and it was still about 90 degrees. It was insane.
First down, 10 to the 31-yard line. Pirates take over on downs again. Gomez play action, pass underneath, and intercepted, I believe. TLU is celebrating, and it was picked off.
And that's something we saw a lot last week too, Merle. The wide receivers for Southwestern not looking the ball in, it tipping off their hands, it tipping off their pads. And last week it didn't happen where it ricocheted off and went to a defender's hand, but here it did, and it cost the Pirates big. And it's, well, I mean, to think about it optimistically, I guess, Merle, it's basically like TLU just got that first down.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, to be optimistic right now.
I believe it was Jonathan Cooper came away with that football, big number 99. So the Bulldogs take over again at the 32-yard line. And the handoff right up the middle. Dragon tacklers inside the 30 down to the 29. That'll be about a 3-yard pickup. Little pushing and shoving because these two teams are so friendly with each other. To Corey Willis on the carry.
I hate him, Merle. The thing with that pick, though, the Pirates defense had no rest. And so you get them off the field, now they have to come back immediately and just have to deal with the TLU Bulldogs once more.
Dropping back, pass over to the left side, complete inside the 15-yard line again, down to the 11. Hauled in by number 11, that is Jacob Wallace. And TLU in the red zone. It'll be first down and 10 to go from the 12, it looks like.
And the Bulldogs attacking the left side of the zone coverage for the Pirates. They're hitting that short route, that hitch, and then going long with number 11, and he's finding that open space, and he's at what, like 4 catches by now?
Yeah. Pirate defense needs to come up big here. First down and 10 from the 12. One receiver left, 2 to the near side. Handoff off left tackle. And wrapped up at the 11-yard line. Beautiful job in the open field for the Pirates. That's big number 98, Tony Ontiveros on the stop. Short gain of a yard, second down and 9 from the 11.
Tony Ontiveros, okay. That's a new name. I like it, Merle.
I forgot to grab my binoculars. That was 98, wasn't it?
It could have been. I don't know, Merle.
Oh, come on. You're supposed to bail me out here when I screw up like that.
I don't think you screwed up, Merle. I thought you did a good job. I thought you were right. I wasn't going to tell you if you were wrong.
Second and 9 from the 11. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the near side. Cosme on the end around, cutting it back up to the 10, breaks the tackle, and is going to get it down to about the 7-yard line with the second effort. Actually down to the 6. And it's going to set up a third down and 3 from the 6-yard line. Clock continues to roll, 5:20 to go.
It's these yards after contact that are killing the Pirates' defense, Merle. They had them right there at the line of scrimmage, but then these arm tackles just aren't getting the job done against a big running back like Cosme.
Big play here. Third down, let's call it 4 from maybe the 7. Inside of 5 minutes to go, opening quarter. 2 receivers left, 2 to the near side. Single back to the right is Weston Guzman. Pass into the end zone, caught inside the 5, and going to be first and goal from the 1.
Cosby's pass complete to number 80, Caleb.
That one hauled in by, I think, Diallo McMorris, number 80 on the receiving end of that pass.
And he was just standing there wide open, bro.
He was, yeah.
I don't know if that was just blown coverage, blown man coverage or what, but he was wide open there, and it was easy to get him the ball.
First down and goal from the 1. Bulldogs have 4 plays to pick up a yard.
It looks like they want to talk it over first.
Well, that'll give us a chance to catch our breath and thank some sponsors of Pirate Football, including Antioch Georgetown, Baylor Scott and White Healthcare, Chappelle Realty Group, Chisholm Trail Pediatrics, Don Hewlett Buick and Chevrolet, Double Days Pizza, Eagles Wings Home Improvement Services, First Texas Bank, Gary Brown CPA, John F. Lewis CPA, Mighty Fine Burgers, Fries and Shakes, Minuteman Press, Primerica Financial Solutions, Rudy's Barbecue, Schlossky's Georgetown, Bricks and Ale at the Sheraton, Stephanie Featherstone with State Farm, Georgetown Shirt Company, HEB, House of Gains, Ross and Champion CPA, GTX Wealth, Jersey Mike Subs, and the League Kitchen and Tavern. Perfect timing.
Have you been to that new HEB yet, Merle, here in
I
Georgetown?
have not.
Oh, man, you're missing out. They got a bar in there. That's the spot to be on Friday nights. Come on. Little barbecue restaurant.
First and goal from the 1 yard line. Bulldogs in the pistol. Handoff up the middle and diving into the end zone for a touchdown. I believe that was Joseph Graham. They've got 2 number 22s. It's either a wide receiver or a defensive back. I'll go with the wide receiver, Joseph Graham. And TLU draws first blood. Good drive, took advantage of the turnover.
They definitely did, and honestly, they were there at the 1. I figured that they were going to be able to punch it in, just what we've seen so far with them being able to pick up those short yardage on those first, second down plays.
So on for the extra point for TLU. Joaquin Rodriguez, a senior. Out of the hold of Caleb Basanko, the kick is up. And the kick is good. So 4:16 to go first quarter. 7-0 TLU draws first blood. I'm getting a crick in my neck because the entire game has been on the right side of the field thus far. It's all been on Pirates territory.
Yeah, and it's all due to the Pirates right now offensively just not being able to get anything going. We had opportunities with the first time we got a turnover on downs, and then the second time we threw the pick. And right now for the Pirates, this is what we saw last week, right? Just not being able to get anything going offensively in the first quarter. And it's one of the things that we talked about last year, Merle, consistency. Consistency was the big thing in regards to if the offense is on, the defense wasn't on. If the defense is on, the offense wasn't on. And we have to get both sides consistent because we saw the defense make 2 great stops there in the first quarter. Offense just hasn't played to that level yet.
Oh, yeah. 22 Jacob Porton. I think I skipped a line. That explains it. TJ Vela having my back. I was looking at the Southwestern roster.
Well, I was confused there for a second too, Merle.
Didn't think that made sense, or didn't recognize that name as a TLU player. So Jacob Porton with the touchdown. 7-0 Bulldogs. Kickoff coming from the 35-yard line, and it's a short, high kick. Going to be fielded at the dropped it. Loose football, and TLU's going to get it back at the 10. Started a run before he had it tucked away, and then, as footballs are often doing, bounced away from him because they're shaped funny, and TLU catches a huge break.
You know, I just talked about consistency in offense and defense. I left out special teams, Merle.
Right.
And right there for the Pirates, they had troubles last week too in special teams. A lot of punts that went over the head, or snaps that went over the head of punters, a blocked punt, And right there on their first time on kickoff return, a muffed return.
Well,
Tough,
that's something that Coach Austin talked about in the pregame interview. We didn't get a chance to air with all the mad scramble. I think we'll be able to get that at halftime. And yeah, that's one of the things he talked about. He wanted to see his special teams improve, and not so much there. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 12-yard line. A chance to score twice here in this opening quarter, helped out by 2 big turnovers. See if the Pirate Demons can make a stand. Handoff inside the 10, stumbles down to about the 5. Say the knee touched at the 6, but still a 7-yard pickup for Jacob Ford. It's going to bring up a second down and 3.
This is eerily reminiscent to the last home game last year, Merle, or the last first home game, should I say, against Cal Lutheran.
Right.
We had 2 muffed kickoff returns in that game. I don't know if you remember. And early on here, we're experiencing those same troubles.
It's just so hard when you give up a short field like that.
Yep. Especially to an offense like TLU that's able to get these short yardage plays going really easily.
Cosmic going to tuck it under and run, and he's going to dive across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs. Took him 2 plays to make the Pirates pay for the error on the kickoff.
And we've seen if you give TLU a short field, they're going to capitalize. It's so easy, I think, for their type of offense to get and move the ball quickly. And we saw there, like you said, 2 plays, and they're already in the end zone.
Bit of a swinging gate here for TLU, and now they're going to bring their kicker in.
They're on that Dion. That's what the Colorado Buffaloes do on their field goals.
Yeah. So Rodriguez trying to knock it through again. Good snap and hold. Kick is up. And the kick is good. So the Pirates' miscues have helped TLU jump out to a 14-0 lead with 3:35 to go here in quarter number 1. And I think we can take a break. Now we'll keep going. Hopefully the Pirate offense can keep going here. Or get going, maybe I should say.
You know, one of the, I guess, silver linings with all this, Merle, this is how the game started last year for Southwestern.
That's
and
true.
If you think, offensively speaking, we went up quick early. We dominated the first half. Second half, TLU kept going. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen here. But, again, to think optimistically, if you're the Pirates, 14 points is nothing. That's just 2 good drives coming back. And I think we can do it, Merle.
A lot of time left, obviously. It's 3:35 to go in the first quarter.
It's just making sure the spirits on the sidelines don't get too down after those kind of things happen. And that's where you lean on those captains we talked about earlier. Peyton Ludeman, Anderson Johnson.
Well, one thing, and I think one of the guys who was on the show last week said it, we know we can come back now. When you fall behind 38-7 halfway across the country, so they're not going to give up in this game, obviously. Bad start, but a lot of football left to be played.
Pirate fight never dies, Merle. There's a reason that's our catchphrase.
Kickoff is going to sail down to about the 4-yard line, up to the 5 to the 10. And pinned it there at the 15-yard line. The Pirates will start this drive deep in their own territory again. First down and 10 at the 15-yard line.
You kind of think maybe should have tried the fair catch there, and it would have immediately just put us at the 25-yard line. That's still a rule, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they would do the same thing.
With all these rule changes in college football lately, I try and keep up, Merle, but it doesn't always happen.
So we'll see if the offense can get going here. First down and 10 from the 15-yard line. Two receivers to the near side, 2 wide right. Shuttle pass underneath, trying to get the corner turned, and does out to the 20-yard line, up to the 23, maybe the 22. That'll be good for a 7-yard pickup.
And that's what the Pirates offense needed right there, Merle. A good, positive first play like that, and a big game, too, at that.
Coleman Robertson, the sophomore. That goes in the books as a pass, I believe. Little shuttle pass underneath. Second down and 2.
Even better, help the QBR out a little bit.
Yeah, quarterbacks will lobby for that anyway. Pass over the middle, and batted up in the air, and intercepted again. To the 30-yard line, breaking a tackle. Hit from behind, fumble came out, I think. Looks like they got back on the football. Hit from behind, I thought I saw the ball come out. But another turnover. There's a flag down at the 30-yard line, but my guess is it's going to be on the return. Probably a block in the back or something like that.
Yeah, I think so too there. Either a block in the back or a blindside block. But again, Merle, the second interception in a row where the ball is tipped into the air and then into the hands of a defender.
23, defense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down, Texas Lutheran.
10 yards, but
the only difference with that pick is that it was first tipped off the hands of a TLU linebacker.
Right. So we'll take a quick break and be right back. Yeah. Oh, after this play, okay. We're slowly rebuilding the broadcast here from scratch. So Melvin just let me know that we can now take commercial breaks. So that's good. We can catch our breath. Gotta love opening night. First down and 10 at the 39-yard line. One receiver to the left, one to the near side. Hand off right side, trying to get the corner turn. Big stick in the backfield. Peyton Ludeman coming in. He's playing well. So at least the third or fourth time we've called his name.
And that was Corkin right there, number 7.
That was Corkin. I got the numbers mixed up. Ludeman's 11.
Yeah, Ludeman's 11.
Yep, 7-11.
Always open on every corner, Merle. Come on.
So Blaine Corkin on the stop there. Lost a 2 on the play. Second down and 12.
And TLU's first negative play of the evening, too.
You jinx him. Oh, hard snap count. This is going to be a free play. Cosme going for it on the near sideline. A lot of hand checking, incomplete, but now what I thought there was contact made. I'm kind of surprised they didn't blow it dead.
No, I think the center timed it up just perfectly to where the defensive lineman of Southwestern had jumped and he just snapped it.
Offside. Defense, number 90 and number 99 in the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty, replay, second down.
You know you're doing well when you get 2 of them.
Yep. At least they didn't let him go single right there.
So 5-yard mark off, redo second down, 2nd and 7 from the 36-yard line.
And those are the type of penalties that just make the defensive coordinator upset, Merle.
Oh, we could hear him next door.
See, I didn't want to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could hear him for sure.
Fortunately, the soundproofing is pretty good here. It won't come across the broadcast as we've had happen in some of the broadcasts in the past, but
yeah,
we could hear him.
It's better than the Howard Payne setup. That was terrible.
Second down and 7, looking flying over to the center of the field. That ball is somehow caught at the 11-yard line. Pirates, no, incomplete. That came in at the last second and separated him. Good coverage there. Nice ball, a little bit high, and that allowed the Pirates to get in there and knock it away. Corkin involved again.
He came in like a heat-seeking missile right there. I don't know how the TLU receiver even had a chance to hold on to the ball on that one, because the way our safety was coming in, he made it impossible. And it's number 4 listed as Ethan Mills. That's Ethan Mills once more there.
So big third down here coming up. 3rd down and 7 from the 36-yard line. Trips wide to the left, dropping back Cosme. Pocket breaking down. He's going to go down. Pirate defense is going to get a sack back at the 39-yard line, just what they needed, because that takes them out of field goal range.
And who else but Jalen Levine, big number 99. We called his name a lot last year in his freshman campaign, Merle. Here this year, his first sack of the year. Great job by him in helping this Pirates defense force a 4th down. And you heard me mention it earlier, Merle. When these routes have to develop, when this quarterback has to sit in the pocket for a long time, this Pirates defensive line is not really letting them do that. This TLU offensive line, so far what I've seen, is not able to hold these blocks long enough to give their quarterback Cosme enough time to throw on these longer 3rd downs.
So 4th down and 10 coming up from the 39-yard line. Trying to pooch into the corner, and pretty well done, it looks like, from here. It's going to land and batted down at the 3-yard line. Man, oh man, great play there by TLU's number 8, Kalen Wilkerson. Planted his heels on the goal line, jumped up in the air, and volleyballed it back in play to the 4-yard line. So instead of getting at the 20, the Pirates are going to start this drive 1st and 10 from their own 3 with 1:05 to go. Why is the clock still moving?
I'm not sure, but knock on the window next to us, Merle, and let them know, because it's still going down. I don't know if Coach Austin notices that yet.
And the ball goes into the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10.
We'll take a quick break and be right back. And they are going to put it out the 20-yard line. We'll keep it here, Melvin. They're going to go right back to it. Coach Austin out there pleading his case, and he said...
I I don't even know, Merle. Like, they're still going.
Yeah, I don't understand the clock. The officials.
I don't think they
not
notice
the officials.
it.
The officials
Yeah,
just see it. Well, it's early season for them, too. So we'll see how much time they put back on the clock. It should be about 106.
Yeah, 106, 108 was what I was thinking, too.
Fellas, we're not the only ones that's going through the first game jitters here tonight.
Exactly. Man, we got here.
Oh, only 44.
Merle. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh, my goodness.
If we come up 16 seconds short at the end of the ball game, I'm going to remember that.
I'm going to leave a bad Yelp review for these guys.
And pass over the middle, complete to the 30-yard line, dives out to the 34. That's good for a first down. Do we have a new quarterback in? Do we have Jalen Spriggs in? It looks like we do.
It looks like yes. And he already found Mitchell Garrett, someone who the Pirates relied on heavily last year. And now in his sophomore campaign, junior campaign, should I say, I think he's ready to make an even bigger statement so far.
So Jalen Spriggs, first pass of the ball game, moves the ball out to the 34-yard line. And now he's going to run it up the middle. And making tackles miss out across the 40. That's going to be good for about a 6-yard pickup, 2nd down and 4.
And that's what they really like about Jalen here, Merle, is that he's such a big body that, yes, he can sling the ball as good as anyone else, but he's such a big body, he can run the ball just like a fullback. And he can get those positive yards, those big gains like we just saw. And that's what we saw last week against Kowloon.
2nd down and 4 coming up to the 40-yard line. See if they get this final play off here. 2 seconds, 1 second, they do. Stops, pops over the center, complete to the 45-yard line. Good for a first down. And the Pirates showing some signs of life here as that ball complete to Braden Thompson.
For another Pirate first down.
And that should be the end of the first quarter. Have the officials noticed it?
Probably
yes,
not.
Yes, they have. Now they have. So we will take a break. 1 quarter of the books. Good start for TLU, but the Pirates showing some signs of life. 14-0 to score. Back for more Southwestern Pirates football right at this break here on the Vype Live Network. Welcome back to SU football. We've got Chuck Tracy down at the sidelines. And let's see if Chuck can hear us, and we'll get his thoughts in the first quarter. Chuck, good to hear from you first time this year.
Thanks for having me, Merle. I just want to say something real quick. I know they're getting ready to start again, but it's slick out here. The sweat is heavy. I can't even hold this microphone. Those footballs are slipping out of people's hands.
Well, we're going to talk to you some more here after this play as Spriggs brings it out to the left side, complete to the 45-yard line, inside the 40, down to the 37-yard line. Very hot down there. What's the Pirates' move, Chuck? They fall behind early, not playing well, but seems like they got some signs of life here.
Yeah, there's they're not down at all, Merle. After last week, obviously, and as was mentioned in SU Football Weekly on Monday, they know they can come back, and you see Spriggs has provided a spark.
Indeed. Well, we'll talk to you more throughout the broadcast. Thank you. Chuck Tracy down on the sideline. Spriggs going to tuck it under and run inside the 35 and dives down to the 34. Going to set up a 3rd down and about 1 yard to go here.
And the fact that it's even a 3rd down and 1 is insane, Merle. He was dead in the water. There was a TLU defender right in front of his face and somehow, some way, uses athleticism to get past him and then get 4 yards to make it 3rd and 1.
So 3rd down and 1 from the 34-yard line. And some of the emails trickling in here. We'll get to them here in the next break in the action. 3rd down and 1 from the 34-yard line. Just underway 2nd quarter. Pirates trailed by 2 scores, but trying to answer. Empty back set. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the near side. Spriggs dropping back, looking. And we're going to blow it dead. What do we got?
Probably a false start there.
That would be my guess.
TLU was showing pressure, and I think one of the Southwestern linemen just got a little too jumpy up there.
Number 81, offense, 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
The 3rd and 6 now as Bob Mask writes in, says, "Hey guys, it's Coach Mask's dad. Credit where credit is due. It's Nick's grandfather, Bob Sr., who always brings a good mojo, but thanks for the shout out."
Okay.
I always get them mixed up, too.
I'm going to be saying Bob Sr. from now on, so Coach Mask's dad, and you missed out.
So Bob Mask is his dad, and old Bob is his granddad.
I'm not going to call him old.
I'm not either. Screen pass dumped off underneath, gets a block, and the other tripped up. Ball is down. The turf monster got him there. It's going to be a loss of a yard. He had some running room. Unfortunate break there is going to bring up a 4th down and 7 for the Pirates at the 40-yard line.
The Pirates needed one block right there, and they got it. Matt Gomez got the linebacker, and like you said, he was going to have a lot of room to run. The running back was, but the turf monster, the 12th man for TLU made the tackle there,
Well,
Merle.
Chuck said it's slick down there in the field, and I think he
That's
just
true.
kind of wiped out. So Fournier set the hit from the 50-yard line.
But again, to be optimistic, a lot of great things we just saw on that drive
Exactly.
with Spriggs in there.
So Charlie Fournier, 4 and made at the 10-yard line. 12:34 to go in this first half. 14-0 TLU. I'll give a shout out to my mom. I call her the #1 Vanderbilt Viper fan in the state of Illinois. She's also the #1 Southwestern Pirates fan in the state of Illinois. She tuned in the broadcast.
She always tuned in last year. I remember
Yes, she
that.
did. Yep. She'll be coming down here to visit in about 2 weeks. Unfortunately, the Pirates will have the road game that week, but she'll get out to the show at least on Monday night.
Nice.
But
She
she's
probably
the
likes it like that, though, so she can hear the broadcast.
Yeah.
Since we're not doing away games this year.
First down and 10 from the 10 for TLU. Moving from right to left now. And handoff right side, and big stick there at about the 14-yard line. Pirate defense starting to get some life back after the offense gave them a chance to catch their breath. And the hit was Micah Justice.
These TLU running backs running downhill so fast, Merle. So fast and so hard, and it's becoming tough, I think, on this Pirates defense to keep up with them.
And it's hot, as Chuck said down there. There's no wind. The flag to our left is just hanging down limp.
And they're not getting any rest
No.
as it stands.
Cosme. Handoff right side, trying to get the corner turned, and he is not going to get there. That was Peyton Ludeman, number 11. I'll finally remember that when he escorted him out of bounds for about a 4-yard loss.
Yeah, I got to talk to his family yesterday at the Pirate Pepper Hour. They're actually sitting right there in front of us here in the stands, and they were so excited to know Peyton was coming back for his 5th year.
Yeah.
And they're excited to see what he does this year and obviously what he does after this year when he graduates in December.
So, chance to pin down TLU in their own territory and force a punt, get good field position if they can get off the field. 3rd down and 7 from the 13-yard line. Cosme dropping back. Pressure coming from the edge. Dumps it off underneath, complete to the 19-yard line, or was it intercepted? They're rushing for the football. Either way, it's going to be 4th down, even if it wasn't picked off. Pirates are saying they've got the football. Officials are not agreeing.
I don't know. They haven't decided anything yet, Merle.
Well, one official's holding up the 4th down signal.
He's a hater.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually on those 50-50 balls like that, the refs are always going to go with the offensive player. Although it did look like the defender for the Pirates got in there. I thought he was just going to swat it down, but he actually went for the pick. Savvy move on his part.
Stopped them a yard shy, so 4th down coming up. Pirates should get good field position here. The receivers are standing back at about the 42-yard line. Good snap back. And high, booming punt again. Bartlett retreating back to the 32-yard. He drops it, picks it up on the bounce. Man, oh man, the field flip. You think you're going to get good field position at the 40-yard line. Instead, you're going to start the drive all the way back to the 22-yard line. But at least you got the football back. 10:18 to go here in this first half.
Yeah, you talk about flipping a field right there. The punter for TLU did a great job, putting a lot of leg into that one. But if you're the returner for the Pirates there, I don't think you try and go after that one. Now it's like a center field, like Willie Mays, back at the Polo Grounds, trying to catch a ball over your head. It's not easy to do. And I think it's even harder when you're in a full football uniform trying to catch this funky-shaped ball like you're saying, Merle.
So 1st down and 10 at the 22-yard line, going from left to right. Two receivers to the left, 2 to the near side. And Spriggs will stay in the ball game at quarterback. Freshman from Fort Worth dropping back. Pump fake. Now he's going to tuck it under, flag down. This will be a penalty on the Pirates. Nice scramble, but it's going to be for naught. out to about the 33-yard line. Right now, TJ, Southwestern just can't get out of their own way.
No, they can't. And I thought right there, it was a great job overall by the Pirates in terms of hold. Oh, looks like we got another flag coming in.
Oh, we sure do, yeah.
Maybe an unsportsmanlike. This could help us. Unnecessary roughness, unsportsmanlike conduct. But just to go back to the holding penalty, when the quarterback sits in there that long, up to 5 seconds, it's so hard for the offensive lineman to hold their block that long. And so you typically do see those holding penalties come out.
Officials talking it over here.
And he was on the far right side on the Southwestern sideline when he threw that.
Way after the play.
So he had to see something, and hopefully it's on a white jersey.
We'll find out.
There are 2 fouls, one during the play and one after the play. Personal foul, hands to the face, defense, number 94. 15-yard penalty from the end of the play.
He didn't say the fouls were on both teams.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, sideline interference on the coach from Southwestern. 15-yard penalty from the succeeding spot. First down.
Wow.
Southwestern.
And it's that ref right over there. He's talking to Coach Ross, and Coach Ross doesn't typically get heated like that, but he looks like he's popping a few veins in his forehead, and I can see it from up here.
The good news is the result of the scramble will stand. So the Pirates will have the first down at the 34-yard line. The 15-yard penalties essentially cancel each other out. And it'll be Southwestern football at the 34-yard line moving from left to right.
That's Coach Ross's first penalty since he played back in the 70s.
Yeah. I believe it. Such a mild-mannered guy. Spriggs pass over to the left side, complete out to the 35 and up to the 40 to the 41-yard line. That was Bartlett lined up in the slot. He played wide receiver last year, converted into running back, and put the good hands of use right there.
And I think this Pirates running back core led by Bartlett is one of the strongest it's been in years, bro.
Right.
And so to have that depth that they have now with all this experience, it's going to be a good year for them, and it's just hoping to get everything clicking at the right time.
2 receivers left, 2 to the near side. First down, Pirates at the 41-yard line. Spriggs going to keep it himself. Tucks it under the 45. Bursts of speed across the 50-yard line and dives down to the 46. And Southwestern in TLU territory at the 46-yard line. 47 officially.
And a QB counter right there. I don't know how Spriggs found that hole. You saw the right guard move the defensive end back. You saw the right tackle move the linebacker back. And just somehow Spriggs found that little hole in there and got enough for the first down.
So 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the near side. Empty back set again for Spriggs. Dropping back, looking, dump it off. Caught over the middle, 35-yard line into the 30 and down to about the 28-yard line. Beautiful pass, caught him in stride. That was Samuel Johnson, I believe. 33, Samuel Johnson.
First down.
And it's like that, Merle. You have to respect the running capabilities of Spriggs. So when he goes down and you think he's going to run, they're just going to throw a pass right over the top of you, just like we saw there.
Pirates on the move at the 28-yard line. Spriggs for the second straight week has come in and given this team a spark.
It's almost like clockwork. Second quarter, 2.
Yeah. 2 receivers left, 2 to the near side. Dropping back, looking, pocket breaks down, steps up to it. Fires over the end zone, batted away and almost intercepted. Ooh, that was dangerous. A little bit underthrown and jumping the route was Troy Tomaselli. Should have been an interception.
Troy Tomaselli shouldn't have had that popcorn before this game. All that butter on his fingers. Dropped a wide open interception there. He's going to hear about that one from his teammates tomorrow.
Especially if Southwestern goes on to score on this drive.
Oh, yes, sir. And I think Chuck down there, too. He said it was slippery. I think we saw it right there. Finally impact TLU.
Second down and 8 from the 28-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the near side. Spriggs rolling to his right, now throws it back to the left, complete to the 30 to the 25, gets a block in the edge from Colby Bartlett and out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Just a little swing pass misdirection. They go again to the left side to Johnson, first down Pirates.
And just a perfect play call in that situation. TLU has been showing the front blitz light just like that, and they're just going to let them blitz, let them come, and then right over top of them, again, throw the ball to the running back and get a first down.
Pirates on the move, got to complete this drive, first down and 10. At the 16-yard line. One receiver left. Spriggs going to keep it himself up the middle. The offensive line doing a better job. That's a 3-yard pickup, but I'm not a math major. 4 times 3 is 12. That's more than 10.
They're taking a page out of TLU's playbook right there, getting those short yardage gains. And once you do that enough, the defense has to respect that, and that's when you go over top of them and bust a big play. We saw that last week a lot against Cal Lutheran.
And Spriggs does the thing, I'm sure you've seen it, when he takes the snap, it's like he takes a step up like he's going to take a knee and then backs up and throws it.
And that's where the defense has to respect that.
Right.
And I think that allows him to find all these opportunities as TLU's showing blitz here.
Bartlett comes in motion again. They fake the handoff to him on the sweep, and straight ahead running Spriggs back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to be about it. Sets up a key 3rd down coming up here. 3rd down and 8. Pirates obviously in Charlie Fournier range, but they're not thinking 3 points right now.
No, a touchdown is crucial here, and I'm surprised going back to that last play that Spriggs kept it. You know, seeing the blitz up front, you kind of thought he was going to give it to the receiver in motion. He would have had an easy track on the outside path.
That's where that experience. He's just a freshman. You know, I'm sure he played a lot in high school, but it's different at this level. These guys are bigger, faster, and stronger.
It is. He went to All Saints Episcopal out there. We have a lot of great alumni. James Smatt, Charles De La Rosa come to mind. So I know he's going to be a good player for us, but it's that experience that you're talking about.
Dropping back, fires over the left side, complete, and that's going to be a first down. Breaking a tackle, looking for the goal line, and knocked out of bounds at about the 3. If that's 18, that is Braden Thompson. I think that's who it was. Going to be good for a first down anyway, but the second effort got him even closer.
Freshman to freshman connection right there, Merle.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since there's been freshmen starting on this Southwestern offense, and already today they've made big impacts here in this contest.
Future looking bright for sure. 1st and goal from the 7. 6:12 to go first half. Pirates' best drive of the ball game. 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the near side.
And coverage up top on the TLU sideline.
Rolling right. Fade pattern, right side, and it's intercepted in the end zone. That will kill the drive. Tomaselli, he dropped one earlier. He didn't drop that one. Actually, that was Troy Tomaselli, yep.
And to go back to the experience conversation, Merle.
Yeah.
I don't think a more seasoned quarterback doesn't make that kind of throw in that type of situation. It was a good throw, but I think there was also a miscommunication with the receiver, so it's not all on Spriggs. But when you get into the red zone, when you're at the 5-yard line, you got to put it into the end zone, especially down 14 against one of your rivals.
Well, something Coach Austin said in the show Monday night, he talked about the interception that ended the game last week. He said 2 receivers are in the same place. That's a mistake. That happened again on that play.
Yep, and it's something that the Pirates didn't deal with last week. They didn't have any turnovers.
Right.
Here already today, they have 3.
And that ball's going to be caught at the 48-yard line, getting behind the defense again. Number 11 for TLU, that is Jacob Wallace, a junior. The Bulldogs on the move again with 5:40 to go.
And it seems like that's every offensive coordinator's play right there. Your team gets a big pick like that, and you just throw it deep to your best receiver, and that's what we just saw TLU do right now.
First down, 10 at the 47-yard line. I do not need to be Chuck Crazy having to talk to Coach Austin coming off the field at halftime, but this keeps up.
He's smiling down there, but I know he's worried.
Cosme pitch out right side and into Pirate territory down to the 40-yard line. That was very close to an across the line of scrimmage forward pass. I think it was behind the line of scrimmage, but man, that was close.
Yeah, he was super close right there. Honestly, obviously, I would have threw the flag, but that's because I'm a Southwestern alum and a Southwestern fan. But right now, TLU driving on the Pirates' defense here.
Yeah, I'm watching the broadcast. It's about a 30-second delay. That was so close. It was parallel. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
But you talk about things like momentum, Merle. Right now, TLU has all the momentum in this game. Since the first, I think, kick, they've had all the momentum.
Right. Hand off right side, inside the 40, down to the 35, and pushing the pile down to the 30-yard line. This Pirate defense might be getting a little tired already. On the carry was Jacob Borton.
I sound like a broken record. I think these yards after contact, these missed tackles, missed opportunities to bring Bulldogs carriers down, it's hurting the Pirates. It hurt them last week against Cal Lu, and it's hurting them even more so right now as TLU continues their drive with 4 minutes, 23 seconds left in the second quarter.
Ball spotted at the Pirate 28-yard line. Cosme, play action, dumps it off underneath, left side complete to the 25, to the 20, and dives inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line. There's that guy again, number 11, Jacob Wallace.
Tackled by number 11 too?
Yeah, Peyton Ludeman, 11 on 11. Southwestern defense looking for answers.
And now it looks like TLU's just going to let this clock run down a little bit more. Not allow Southwestern to get the ball back with enough time.
They can take a shot here. 2nd down and 1 from the 19-yard line. Nope, they're going to hand it off left side, cutting it up, and a flag comes in. This might be coming back. Very near the first down marker. Has Fortin on the carry.
And that lineman for TLU, number 66, it's number, or 67, Cameron Beal. He was good. He was fine with that block all the way up until he took our defender to the ground.
Right.
Offense.
55.
Penalty from the previous spot. Replay
So
second
Kyle
down.
Wankhorse, he was fine up until he took the defender to the ground. That's where the holding came in. That's what right now is killing his team. It's the 2nd and 11 now. You would have had a first down.
That's right. Pushes the ball back to the 29-yard line. Clock continues to roll. 3.5 to go in this first half. It's been all TLU thus far. Two receivers right to the near side. Hard snap count again. Free play. Cosme fires over to the left side. That ball is batted up in the air and almost intercepted. Threw that one into triple coverage because he knew he had a free play.
And it's almost like the Pirates should be expecting the hard count at this point. When TLU has a negative play, every time they've been behind the first down sticks, they've done a hard count. That's obviously just being the second time. But you should start expecting it at this point. Like, hey, let's not jump anymore. I know we're aggressive. I know we want to go. But let's hold our water. Let's be fine. And just wait for the ball to be snapped.
So 2nd down, and let's call it 6 to go from the 24.
Only good thing about it is the clock is stopped now.
Right. Trips wide right, one to the near side. Cosme in the shotgun again on a 2nd down play. Pass left side, complete to the 21-yard line, and going to be dropped at the 21-yard line. Beautiful job that time by the Pirate defense. 17 and 11 on the stop. Alex Gomez and Peyton Ludeman. A couple of veterans there. Sure-handed tackle, sets up a 3rd and 3 from the 21-yard line.
And Alec Gomez knew as long as he held on to the ball carrier, his team was going to come and help him out.
Right.
And if the Pirates can just do that the rest of the game, I think a lot of these yards after catch would be nullified.
So 3rd down and 3 from the 21-yard line. Trips wide right, one to the near side. Pass, right slot, in and out of the hands. Good job there on the defense for the Pirates. Ethan Mills timed that one perfectly. I was holding my breath. I thought maybe he got there just a bit too early, but he timed it perfectly.
It was a bang-bang play, but Ethan Mills got there right as soon as the ball got there, I think. You know, one of the beauties of Division III football, you can't have replay. You can't see those kind of things. So we just have to rely on what our eyes saw in real time, and right there it looked like Ethan Mills played it perfectly.
So this will be a 38-yard field goal attempt from the left hash for Joaquin Rodriguez. No wind to speak of. Good snap and hold. Kick is up, and it's got the leg. And he missed it. Sliced it left, so the Pirate defense does their job.
No good.
And denies TLU. They've given up a lot of yardage, TJ, but they are, they gave up a touchdown on the drive, and then the short drive after the turnover.
Mm-hmm.
But they've also gotten, 2 turnover on downs and then forced a missed field goal there. They've done their job. The offense has got to get going and get some consistency.
You see, you think back to last year with the Pirates defense, they gave up a lot of yards. I think it was 437 on average per game. But once they got in the red zone, it was like a whole new defense. It was like the 2001 Miami Hurricanes. It was like they just were not going to be scored on in the red zone. But like you said, the offense needs to get going here. 2-minute drill, 2 minutes, 28 seconds left.
Spriggs dropping back, looking, firing over the center of the field, caught, and out to the 35-yard line. Good for a 14-yard pickup for a first down. On the move again, Graydon Thomas.
Number 18, Kai Jackson. And that's another Pirate first down.
I said it was Kai Jackson. How do you have 2 wide receivers number 18? That's not fair.
I don't know. That is weird.
And draw play up the middle. Colby Bartlett tripped up as he approached the line of scrimmage. There's going to be a loss of 2. 2nd down and 12, and a timeout taken by the Pirates.
I wonder if that's a typo.
I'm almost sure that was Graydon Thompson on that catch.
It's got to be. He's been the one we've been calling all game.
Yeah.
There's 3 number 18s, Merrill. If you look, there's also a DB, Cam Willis Robertson. I need to talk to our SID. I need to get to the bottom of this at halftime.
Speaking of halftime coming up, Mr. Melvin Jones, are you going to be able to give scoring updates and that kind of thing? Are you comfortable enough doing that, or are you still dialing stuff in?
I think that we're going to have some scores at halftime, and some teams are on upset alert. We will also go through the conference and get scores from the conference, all at halftime.
One thing we're not going to give is the score of the Texas game.
No.
In case you're not watching and you're recording it, we don't want to give it away for you. Plus, I don't want to find out because I'm recording it. That's all about me at the end of the day.
This is why we gel, Merle. I'm also selfish.
2nd and 12 from the 33-yard line. Spriggs dropping back after the timeout. Plenty of time. Now rolls to his right, now back to his left. He's got a lot of running room to the 35. Tripped up from behind, gets to the 36-yard line. And a flag comes flying in late. So I think TLU is going to bail out the Pirates. At least Southwestern fans think so.
Yeah, that was a nasty hit right there. You saw him go into the ground already, but then you had the linebacker for TLU come over top and hit him. And it looked bad from this point of view. So we might get an unnecessary roughness call right there. When you think about those kind of penalties and those kind of hits, they're usually going to be called when it's on the quarterback. Anyone else on the field, whatever. But if it's on the quarterback, these refs nowadays show a lot of care, show a lot of appreciation for these quarterbacks and keeping them safe. And obviously everyone needs to be safe, but those types of hits just usually aren't allowed anymore.
The ruling on the field is that the runner was not sliding, therefore he's not by rule a defenseless player. There is no foul for targeting or down.
Never mind, Merle. I take back everything I just said.
Well, that call was about as popular as finding a turd in your lunchbox with the Southwestern fans.
Or chopped liver, Merle.
3rd down and 9 at the 36-yard line, dropping back, looking, stepping up. And firing over the left side, got a receiver, and it's intercepted again. To the 40, to the 45, to the 50, to the 45 with the far sideline, to the 35 and out of bounds. And TLU's got 94 seconds, and then a flag comes flying in again after the play. Hopefully this will be against TLU and push them back a little bit. But what is it, the 4th turnover of the ball game?
4th turnover of the ball game. And if it's on Southwestern or losing our tempers, it's going to push TLU even closer.
Yep.
And you heard me talk earlier about the momentum, Merle. I thought right there, after that stop, after that missed field goal, it felt like Southwestern was gaining momentum.
Yeah.
But right now, after that drive, after another turnover, it just seems like the wheels are falling off a little bit here.
Feeling the heat a little bit and just trying to make a play, but he's, throw it kind of on the run, just lofted it up. He did have the receiver open behind him, but just didn't get quite enough on the ball then by TLU.
And right now, it looks like he's just not stepping into his throws enough. It's like he's throwing off his back foot almost. We saw that there in the red zone earlier with the dropped interception for TLU, and then right there on the actual interception where they were able to convert. But here's the penalty call.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both after the play. Personal foul, late hit, number 94, Texas Lutheran. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 23, Texas Lutheran. Both of those 15-yard penalties are enforced from the end of the play.
Big.
First down, Texas Lutheran.
That turns into a 30-yard penalty. That's a big. They were already in field goal position at that interception. Now they're going to be pushed back 30 yards. That's the only silver lining in that play.
Yeah, and those are the type of penalties that, as a head coach, you get so upset about.
Yep.
You do everything right. You get the interception, but then 2, I wouldn't say selfish players, but 2 just boneheaded decisions by those players cost your team 30 yards and a chance to be 10 yards away from the red zone.
The ball spotted at the 37-yard line, which is essentially where it was intercepted at.
Yeah.
So that's with 1:34 to go, and I believe they've got all 3 of their timeouts.
Yes, they do.
No, they have 2. 2 of the 3.
They did take one in the red zone.
Yep.
Over on this side before they scored.
So 2 timeouts remaining for the Bulldogs, and they've got it at their own 37-yard line with 1:34 to go.
again, to be optimistic, it's just like a punt at this point. It's just like we just punted the ball away.
The spin meister, T.J. Vela. One receiver wide right to the near side. Cosme, play action, looking. And fires over to the right side. Got a receiver open, caught the 40-yard line, and out of bounds at the 38. All day to throw the football that time, and eventually he found his wide receiver out there, Chase Poddick.
And I want to say Poddick was in the backfield at the time, and that's something we haven't seen TLU do today is throw to throw to the running back out of the shotgun formation like that.
First down at the 39-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle, and Poddick with the carry is only going to pick up a yard in the play. Brings up a 2nd down and 9. We'll see if they take their time out. They're not going to just yet.
Interesting play call, I think, right there, Merle. Running the ball on 1st down. I think they still need to get in field goal range.
Dropping back, Cosme. Pressure coming from the edge. That should be a hold. Where's the flag? Tracking him down and caught at the sideline of the 27-yard line. Somebody had a handful of jersey and didn't get the call, and it's going to be good for a TLU 1st down.
And a good job there by the TLU receiver on the comeback route. Once he saw his quarterback was in trouble, shook the Southwestern defender, found himself right there on the sideline open, and made sure to keep his feet in bounds.
Dropping back, Cosme looking, pump fake, rolls to his right, looking downfield, and fires it. Complete to the 15, to the 10, and up into the 5-yard line. It's going to bring up a 1st down and goal. I think that was 28 again out of the backfield. Chase Poddick with the 2nd big catch of the drive, 1st and goal. Clock not a factor now with 52 seconds and 2 timeouts. They've got it at the 7-yard line.
So Cosme has learned his lessons now. He's not going to stay in the pocket anymore and take that pressure from Southwestern. He's just going to immediately get out of the pocket and start scrambling and then let his receivers do the rest from there.
1st and goal from the 7, and a timeout. Timeout going to be taken by the Pirates.
Timeout. Southwestern, their 2nd charge of the half.
So timeout, let's take it with them. And we'll be back in time to watch the Pirate defense come up with the stand. You're watching Southwestern Pirates football on the Vype Live Network. Welcome back. 1st down and goal from the 7-yard line. 52 ticks on the clock. Pirate defense trying to make another big stand here, not go down 3 scores. Cosme, handoff right side. Nope, he kept it himself and stepped into the end zone. It had me fooled. Had the Pirate defense fooled as well. And once again, TLU takes advantage. 14 of the 21 points, assuming the extra point's going to be good here. TJ have come off of turnovers.
Yep, and that's one thing that we've saw a lot with this Pirates team. These turnovers are killing them right now. 4 just in the 1st half, but right there for TLU, great play call, and I think they've basically been prepping Southwestern for that one. They've been handing the ball off to the running back and running that counter play right there. Cosme keeps it himself, runs it right into the end zone. Like you said, it fooled everybody. It fooled me too.
Right. He just kind of high-stepped into the end zone. And Joaquin Rodriguez on for the extra point. He's been busy already. Good snap and hold. Kick is up. The kick is good. So 47 ticks to go here in this 1st half. TLU expands their lead 21-0. Well, you've been the optimist all night long, TJ. You're down 21 points. You were down 24 points at the half last week. So we'll see if the Pirates have them right where they want them.
See, that's what I was going to say, Merle. It just seems like we're a 2nd half team at this point.
There we are. Hey, we're on camera. Hi, Mom. Literally, hi, Mom, because my mom's tuned in. I'm Merle Berkshire, and he is TJ Vela. Thinking of Michael Rose on the camera here inside. He's got the cushy gig inside the AC. Okoye Anderson out on the film deck. Michael doing a great job last night calling Austin High football for us on Vype.
How'd they do?
They won big.
No, he said not too
against,
well.
Anderson. They beat Anderson, did they not? Oh, they lost Anderson. That's right. Anderson beat them. That game on 102.7 ESPN Austin Radio as well. Melvin Jones, our producer, the voice of the San Antonio Christian Lions. So, an all-star crew.
Dang, I'm with the celebrities right now. You're the voice of Vandergrift. Dude, I need to step my game up.
Were you down in Valley last night doing PA, or were they on the road last night?
No, I was here in Southwestern. The volleyball tournament. Yeah, the volleyball tournament was happening,
right.
so I was doing their games. I'll go back down to Odom next week for their homecoming to do their game.
Very cool. Kickoff coming from the 35-yard line. And fair catch called for and made by Bartlett. And the Pirates will get it first down and 10 at the 25-yard line. 47 seconds. We'll see if the Pirates take a shot here, if they just kind of take a knee and regroup and try to start over in the second half.
Well, whatever they do, they need to also know that TLU has 2 timeouts left. So
right.
Incomplete passes, plays that don't gain yards here are not going to help the Pirates, and it might even give TLU the ball back. So they need to be smart here. They can't just kneel the ball out, essentially.
Don't forget the email is open, southwesternfb@gmail.com. Give a shout-out to your favorite player. Let us know where you tune in the broadcast from. Opening night, we're still shaking off the cobwebs. Melvin's going to take a sledgehammer to his computer. He's nodding his head yes. Handoff up the middle. Bartlett, nice hole out across the 30 and up to the 37-yard line. It's going to be good for a 7-yard pickup. Second down and 3. Pirates content to let the clock continue to roll, although they're trying to get up to the line of scrimmage quickly. I don't think they're going to be in a hurry, though.
No, I don't think so either. But it's something right there on that last play that I think we're going to see a lot of in the second half. The delayed handoff, the draws.
Yep.
I think a lot of that works well with this Pirates offense. And so Coach Austin, I think they're just trying to see what that would look like. And I think right there with the positive yardage, we'll see a lot more of that in the next half.
12 seconds left. Second down and 3 from the 32-yard line. Spriggs, handoff again to Bartlett. Let's see if he can make a play with his feet out across the 40. Dragon tackles out the 44-yard line. Pads the stats a little bit. But that's going to be the end of the first half. Well, the scoreboard says 1 second. It got stuck. There it goes to 0. So, 1 half of football in the books, 21-0 to score. We'll see if Chuck is able to grab Coach. There he is, if we can get him on the camera. And Chuck, I'm going to let you take it away as soon as we're all squared away. Take it away, sir.
Thank you, Merle. Coach, pretty tough first half here. It's a hot night. What can we look forward to in the second half from your Pirates?
Well, 5 turnovers is not winning football. So we got to take the football. That's it.
The defense, despite those turnovers with their backs against the wall, I think they played pretty well in the first half.
Yeah,
what are your thoughts?
They're putting a lot of tough situations. We still missed some assignments, so we can play even better on defense, but it wasn't bad.
Will we see Damian Gomez in the second half?
We got to figure it out. I mean, they both have turned over twice. We put the ball a lot more with Jalen, so we'll figure it out.
Look at him, Coach. Good luck. Back to you, Merle.
All right, thank you, Chuck. Your thoughts on the first half of play? We talked about the move. The Pirates seem like they're going to get back in the game, down 14-0, driving, and the interception of the end zone. Your thoughts on the first half on that happened? Are they still fighting it out down there? Oh, I think we lost him. I think he's got to charge his phone.
Yeah, he looked up to us and gave us the I don't know what's going on look. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Sorry. Repeat your question there, Merle. I'm sorry.
No, that's a guy. I was just saying.
Could you repeat the question?
Yeah, the Pirates looked like they were driving down 14-0. Looked like they're going to cut the lead in half, and then the big interception in the end zone.
At this time, please welcome
the
Southwestern Coach.
The offense has moved the ball. Obviously 5 turnovers are big mistakes. As Coach mentioned, the defense has been put in bad positions, but to go into halftime only down 3 scores despite those turnovers, and given what occurred in the second half last week at Cal Lutheran, the Pirates are certainly not out of this inning.
No, they're not. They keep moving the football and give their defense a chance to catch their breath. I know it's a hot night down there, so they can just keep moving the football, get themselves back in the game. There's no 21-point plays, Chuck, as you know. They just got to move the ball and get scores one at a time and make stops.
Well, and you just got to take it a little bit at a time. You can't get 21 points all at once. You've got to methodically move the ball. Your defense has played fairly well you keep them in good positions, and they can keep TLU behind the chains, it should be an easily manageable comeback. The key is going to be which quarterback to give that leadership. We've seen leadership on the defensive side of the ball, but one of those quarterbacks is going to be who brings this team back.
Totally agree. Well, Chuck, try to get out of the heat a little bit. Stay hydrated down there. My mom is listening, so she's going to tell you the same thing. Stay hydrated.
It's miserable down here. It's miserable down here. It's understandable why there are mistakes being made, because it is brutally hot.
Well, thank you very much, sir. 21-0 your score here at the half. And we'll take a break. When we come back, TJ and I are going to catch our breath. And Melvin Jones, our producer and halftime host, will get you caught up on scores from across the, I'm guessing, top 25 scores, some scores from D3 and the conference and all that kind of stuff. That'll be coming up after the break. You're watching Southwestern Pirates football on the Vype Live Network.
Welcome back to Georgetown, Texas, 21-0 Texas Lutheran with the lead at the half. My name is Melvin Jones. Couple of key things going on in the top 25. We're not going to spoil Texas and Alabama, but it is a good one. So far, there was nearly an upset in Chapel Hill tonight. Appalachian State nearly pulled off another one against the Tar Heels of North Carolina. That game went into double overtime the last time I checked. And I believe North Carolina did pull that one off. They did. In double overtime, final score 40-34. Appalachian State nearly did it again. Meanwhile, the Aggies of Texas A&M went down to South Beach. The Aggies were up 23-10 at one point. The Hurricanes came all the way back to defeat the Aggies 48-33 to give the Aggies their first loss of conference play. UW, Washington, 43-10 over the Golden Hurricane of Tulsa. Ole Miss goes down to New Orleans to defeat Tulane 37-20 in the game of top 25 contenders. In the Big House, number 2 Michigan run all over UNLV 35-7. Clemson spanks Charleston Southern 66-17. Colorado and Coach Primetime 36-14 over former Big 8 foe Nebraska. The Purple Tigers of K-State defeats Troy 42. Utah nearly escapes in Waco, defeating the Bears 20-13. Baylor 6 consecutive losses dating back to last season. Notre Dame runs all over North Carolina State 45-24. Penn State spanking Delaware 63-7. Ohio State running all over in-state rival Youngstown State 35-7. Number 1 Georgia all over Ball State 45-3. Later on tonight, number 6 USC against Stanford. That game is at 9:30. Take a look at some D3 scores. Still a lot of games going on in progress. Johns Hopkins all over Christian Newport 20-7. Carroll out of Wisconsin all over Wisconsin Lutheran 51-7. And one more score before we take it in. Trinity out of Texas is defeating Mary Hardin Baylor right now 28-16. So a little bit of an upset going on there. We'll take a break. When we come back, our pregame interview that we had coming up in the pregame, we couldn't get to it, so we will air it just after this break. 21-0 TLU with the lead here at halftime. You are watching Pirate Football on Vype Live.
Welcome back to Birkelbach Field, Georgetown ISD Athletic Complex. Merle Bertrand here at the half, 21-0 to score. TLU on top of the Southwestern Pirates. And with all the craziness and the chaos and switching out computers at the last second to get the broadcast on the air, we didn't get a chance to get to the pregame interview that I recorded with Coach Austin just a couple of days ago. So we wanted to get you Coach's thoughts on last week's game and looking into what he thought the Pirates needed to do in this game. So let's hear what Coach Joe Austin had to say heading into this game here tonight.
And we're pleased to be joined for the first time in the 2023 season for the home broadcast by the head coach of the Southwestern Pirates, Coach Joe. And we'll please be joined for the first time in the 2023 season for the home broadcast by the head coach of the Southwestern Pirates, Coach Joe. And we'll please be joined for the first time in the 2023 season for the home broadcast by the head coach of the Southwestern Pirates, Coach Joe. And we'll please be joined for the first time in the 2023 season for the home broadcast by the head coach of the Southwestern Pirates, Coach Joe.
Well, I guess you're not going to hear what Coach Austin had to say. Apparently the file was corrupted. It would play 7 seconds and just stop. So, trust me, it was really, really good, though. So we'll take a break and be back in time for the second half kickoff. You're watching Southwestern Pirates football on the Vype Live Network.
Press and Waterboy Graphics, Primerica Financial Solutions, Baylor Scott and White, Eagles Wings, Schlotsky's GTX Wealth, Mighty Fine Burger Fries and Shakes, and Rudy's Barbecue and Country Store.
the primary purposes of educational athletics. Our student athletes recognize that judgment calls by officials, coaches, and themselves are made in good faith and should be respected. Spectators can support both of these teams by refraining from derogatory or demeaning comments and cheer today. We hope that you'll enjoy the game and support the students in a positive and sportsmanlike manner. More great stuff is coming up here on Game Time.
Hey, high school sports fans, want to get in the game? Make the big calls? Give back to your community? Then sign up today to become a high school official. More officials are urgently needed in every sport in our state, from football to swimming to wrestling and volleyball. Without officials, there are no sports. So make the right call and visit highschoolofficials.com to learn more. That's highschoolofficials.com. This message brought to you by the NFHS.
This is Game Time and the place for Georgetown ISD's best.
And welcome back. Ooh, that sounds different. Switching out the headsets here, so try to get a little bit better audio quality. Thanks to Melvin Jones for lending me his personal headset. We get ready to go to start the second half, down by a score of 21-0 are the Southwestern Pirates. Merle Bertrand Hill along with TJ Vela. Melvin and I were working hard. TJ was taking selfies.
It was time to be real, Merle. Be real went off. I had to do it. I had to be real.
I gotta fix something here in my ear. Hold on a second.
I had to let the woman know what I was doing right now, Merle.
All right, that should fix that. I've gotten old doing Southwestern Pirates football. I have hearing aids now, and they were giving feedback.
These keeps me young right here, Merle.
I know. The kickoff going to be fielded. Fair catch call for made by Blaine Corrigan. The Pirates get the football first to start the second half. And boy, TJ Vela, do they need some offense? They need to put a drive together. They need to finish the drive and put it in the end zone.
This right here is going to be a statement drive for the Pirates, Merle. They need to move the ball down the field and put the ball in the end zone. And I already know, after talking with players from last week's game, Coach Mask last week got into them. He really wanted them to play a lot better, represent what it really meant to be a Southwestern Pirate. And I'd bet $1 million that in that locker room right there at halftime, he was doing the exact same thing because he knows how big of a game this is against TLU.
So first down and 10 at the 25-yard line. Pirates, as Gonzalez back into quarterback, and the pass complete out to the 33-yard line. And the Pirates start this drive off with a good pickup. First down and 10.
That was a good throw.
Damian Gomez.
Finding his receiver right over the middle there.
First down and 10 at the 34-yard line. Or second down and 1 at the 34-yard line. Just underway second half. Pirates at the 34-yard line. And handoff off the left tackle. Going to get near the first down marker. Looks like he's going to be sacked just a little shy.
Yeah, I thought he had gotten past it, but I guess the ref saw that he didn't. It's going to be 3rd and inches here after that good first down play for the Pirates.
3rd down and about a foot. Pirates need to pick up this first down here at the 34. Two receivers wide left, 2 to the near side. And quarterback sneak, and the flag comes flying in. Pirates pick up the first down. But let's hope that that's offsides on TLU.
Yeah, TLU was showing blitz there. They knew what the Pirates were going to do. The Pirates had their wide receiver come in, take the snap under center. We saw how powerful this Southwestern O-line is. They pushed the TLU defense back pretty handily, but again, we'll see what the flag is on. And it actually looks like there's an injured player for the Pirates.
I thought I caught a glimpse of number 71 out there. That is Josh Taylor, a junior offensive lineman from George Ranch High School in the greater Houston area.
And that's not what the Pirates need to see here. Luckily, he's already up. This Southwestern O-line, as good as they are, as experienced as they are, just in the second week of the season, have been plagued by injuries already. You heard me say Brian Gutierrez earlier in the broadcast. At the scrimmage, there was another starting offensive lineman who went down with an ankle injury, who had to have surgery. So hopefully this injury to Taylor looks like he's just grabbing his groin there. So he should be fine, hopefully.
That'll be on YouTube tomorrow.
Yeah, it will be. And you know what? We'll be the ones commentating.
So the penalty was offsides against TLU. Pirates declined the penalty, take the result of the play. First down and 10 at the 40-yard line. Almost a must-score drive here. Damian Gomez in the shotgun, dropping back to pass, looking. Pocket breaks down, rolls to his right, fires to the right side, complete out at the 47-yard line. Nice pitch and catch for about 8 yards on the play out to the 48. That one hauled in. There's that man again. Well, one of them. Did you find out Kai Jackson or Graydon Thompson?
No, I was too busy demolishing a Slotsky sandwich. I didn't get to go ask our sports information director.
Got to be Graydon Thompson. He brought us some stats. We can probably figure it out that way. I didn't want to look at it because I knew they were going to be ugly.
I could text him right now, too, see what's up.
Second down and 2 from the 48-yard line. Gomez fakes the pitch out across the midfield stripe, tripped up at the 45-yard line. That'll be good for a Pirate first down. Nice play fake there by Damian Gomez.
And right here, Merle, already, the confidence that you can see in Damian Gomez so far. His two pretty good passes, a good run right there. The third first down for the Pirates here on this drive already. That confidence is coming back here for Gomez.
First down 10 at the 45-yard line. Gomez swings it out right side, complete to Bartlett, and out of bounds at the 40. Pirates on the move, second down and 5 from the 40-yard line. Got an email from Noah Lloyd Cohn. Says, hello, my name is Noah Cohn from the University of Miami. I'd love to give a shout-out to Graydon Thompson and Jake Sefcik. Thanks, Noah. Well, thank you, Noah. Consider yourself shouted out.
All about the you, Merle. You know we had to sneak in a shout-out.
Trips wide left. One receiver to the near side. Now they move Bartlett to the left side. Dropping back. Rolling right. Dumps it off underneath the ball. Bartlett's trying to run. That might be a fumble. I'm going to say incomplete pass. That was close. He almost made, as they say, a football move, but they call it incomplete, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
I haven't believed in football moves since they said Dez didn't catch it, Merle.
Yeah.
But to answer your question from earlier, we do have 3 number 18s.
Yes, we do.
And no, we actually, I was just confirming we do, and it's Graydon out there right now.
Okay, that makes more sense because the PA announced to say Kai Jackson, and that I was pretty sure it was Graydon Thompson, as were you. Big play here, 3rd and 5 from the 40-yard line, pardon me. And whistles blow. Maybe a delay? No procedure penalty. That'll make it 3rd and 10.
Yeah, because I was looking at the play clock just like you. And it was at 7 seconds, so
Third down.
I figured it had to be procedure or false start. So what went from what was a manageable 3rd and 5 is now a long 3rd and 10 here for the Pirates.
Might be in 4-down territory, down by 3 scores here. 3rd down and 10 from the 45-yard line. Handoff. This is the Blue. His first carry of the night, I believe, and gets it back to the 40-yard line. So it's up a 4th down and 5. And an interesting decision for Coach Austin.
I think that play call right there shows that Coach Austin is in 4-down territory right here. Running the ball, getting some of that yardage back, and making this a more manageable 4th down right here for his team. He knew he was going to go for it no matter what.
Big play here. 4th and 5 from the 40-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 to the near side. Gomez dropping back. Pressure coming. Fires right side, complete to the 35-yard line. Going to pin on the spot. Incomplete. In and out of the hands. In and out at the hands of Graydon Thompson, took a big hit, and the Pirates will turn it over on downs, and the defense has to get the ball back in the hands of their offense as quickly as possible with 11:35 to go in this third quarter.
And Thompson was open. He had the ball in his hands, but he looked up a little too soon. Didn't look the ball into his hands. He heard those footsteps from the TLU defender, who then put a good hit on him, knocked the ball loose. Good play by TLU. Unfortunate for the Pirates here because they were driving down the field right there.
I think he knew he was a yard shy of the first down, and he had to get it across the line, and he just took his eye off the ball. So first down and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 40-yard line, moving from right to left. Cosme, play action, dropping back, looking, swings it out right side, complete to the 40-yard line, and beautiful open field tackle. Stacking that one up for no gain was Jamarcus Ross. That's textbook right there. Second down, they gave him a yard, 2nd and 9 from the 41.
Yeah, textbook was right there, Merle. Wide open field space. Those open field tackles are something the Pirates have struggled with all day. But right there, Jamarcus Ross did a good job going at the legs of the ball carrier and stopping him there for a short gain.
And off right side, trying to get the corner turned, and the Pirates string it out, but he gets it out to the 45-yard line. Flag comes in after the play. On the carry was Jacob Fortin, but we'll check the flag. This is in the neighborhood of a hold.
Personal foul, face mask, number 11.
Oh, even better.
Offense, 15-yard penalty.
15 yards instead of 10. So that'll make it now 2nd down and 24.
Face mask on the offense.
That didn't happen very often.
Yeah, you don't typically see that, Merle. Not even a hands to the face call like we got earlier.
Right.
Which was called against TLU, but a face mask. It had to be pretty egregious, I think, for it to be called there in that situation.
Dare we say he was in his face?
Yeah, I think you could say that. You can't mask it.
Oh, gee. Well played, TJ Vela. I was impressed by egregious. You just went one better.
You know, I studied the source all summer long, bro.
Quarterback draw up the middle, and he's going to be hit hard at the 30-yard line. Stacked up for a short gain of about 4 yards on the play. They've got to get it to the 50, so that makes it 3rd down and 19 from the 31. Golden opportunity to get off the field here.
And if you're TLU here, I think if you're not going to get the first down, like if you're not close, you got to stay in bounds here. Keep the clock rolling.
Right.
You're up 3 scores. Just keep it rolling on Southwestern in that regard.
3rd down and 19, 2 receivers either side. Cosme dropping back, looking, stepping up. And he's going to make it out to the 37, but that's about it. The Pirate defense coming up big, sets up a 4th down long, and the punting unit should come on here for the Bulldogs. On the stop for Southwestern, big number 99. Is Jalen Levine. I should have remembered that. One big difference between college rosters and high school rosters is these are 2 pages.
Yep. And multiple numbers for each. Like we said, we have 3 18s. Never seen that before.
High snap over his head. All the way back inside the 10. Falls on at the 5-yard line. The Pirates are going to have their best opportunity of the night. TLU finally made a mistake.
Finally made a mistake is right. All day it seemed like TLU had played perfect. They hadn't turned the ball over. They hadn't made any mistakes on offense, defense, or special teams. But right there, finally, a gift for the Pirates. Great field position here at the 5. Can they convert, though, Merle? We've been in the red zone already today.
Yes, we have.
Can we convert? It's here on the shoulders now of this Pirates offense and Damian Gomez specifically.
It'll be 1st and goal from the 5. Pirates trying to get on the board for the first time tonight. 9:22 to go, 3rd quarter. Plenty of time left. But you can't wait forever. Gomez leads them out. First and goal from the 5. 2 receivers near side, 1 wide left. And the Pirates are going to commit another penalty and make it 1st and goal from the 10.
Penalties, Merle.
It is killing them.
A lot of mistakes today. And we can't say it because it's their first week, like how we've been saying it's our first week. It's their second week. They played last week. They've been through this. They went through fall camp. Like, at some point, you have to start mitigating the penalties and not allowing these mistakes to keep compounding on one another.
Right. You had a golden opportunity, first and goal at the 5. You still do, but now you're at the 10. Makes it a little bit harder for the Southwestern offense. Play action. Gomez complete to the 10. Makes the man miss to the 5 and into the end zone, Pirates. That looked like a swing pass for no gain, but instead, Coleman Robertson was not going to be denied.
Coleman Robertson was caught dead in the water right there, Merle. Like he said, it was a perfectly played play by the TLU defender. He just didn't make the tackle.
Right.
If he would have just wrapped up and let his team come around and come hit Robertson, it would have been an easy play right there for his team. But instead, Robertson gets away, gets into the end zone. Pirates' first score of the day.
Charlie Fournier on for the extra point out of the hole of Gomez. Good snap and hold. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So 9:14 to go, third quarter. Pirates scratch their way back into the ball game. They trail it out 21-7. We'll take a quick break and be back in time for the kickoff. You're watching Southwestern Pirates football on Vype.
In the third quarter.
That's a big game right there, Merle, considering that Tech got beat by Wyoming.
I was just going to say, how would you like to play Texas Tech after they got beat last week?
See, my neighbor, his son actually plays for Tech, so he was at the game. He was going to the game this morning. I said, I feel bad for you having to drive all the way to Lubbock. Second worst city next to Alpine.
Man, that's a long drive. I made that first trip out there last year. That took forever. Fair catch call for me at the 25-yard line. You guys made it fun, but it was a long drive.
See, I enjoyed it. We were in the big, what was it, a
Tahoe? Paddle wagon, yeah. Some sort of, it was a Ford, about the size of a tank.
Chuck was talking the whole time. I couldn't go to bed.
Got about 15 gallons to the mile, something like that.
Yeah, you put a lot of money on that credit card for Vype.
All right, defense has got to go to work here now. They got to stop last time. First down and 10 at the 27-yard line for TLU. 21-7, plenty of time left. 9:14 to go third quarter. Skylar Gillespie, our QA, thanks to him, says the second half Pirates. Handoff, left tackle out across the 30, tripped up at the 34-yard line. Don't forget last week Southwestern fell behind 31-7, actually 38-7, and had a chance to win. So they're not going to quit on this game, but they've got to get some stops. And now we've got another injured Pirate down on the field.
Does Skylar still watch these games in the man cave?
That's Les. You think the coach, Les Clary.
Oh, okay.
Skylar, do you have a man cave?
I'm sure.
We'll find out here in a few minutes. I know Skylar's tuned in also from the great state of Illinois.
One more upset to report, fellas. Mary Hardin Baylor is about to fall. 47 seconds left. Trinity leads 35-16.
Wow, so Trinity can knock off Mary Hardin Baylor.
Is that in San Antonio or Belton?
That is in San Antonio.
See, right there, Merle. That's what, I don't know about that one. That's home cooking, Merle.
I was at the Crusader Stadium last night for Vandergrift as Vandergrift played Waco Midway, and Such a beautiful stadium, and that team is year in and year out. I got to make 2 trips up there last year, one for Vanderbilt, one for Southwestern, and obviously only one of them went well. But yeah, so Mary Hardin Baylor would be 1-2 then if they lost. Did they not lose a game last week? I think
they lost last week, but this would be
that's right. This would be 0-2. 0-2, yeah.
I don't know the last time that's happened. Maybe since they first started the program.
Second down, ball spot at the 34-yard line. Pass swung out to the right side, complete. Makes the first man miss, makes the second man miss, gets out to the 38-yard line. That's going to be good for a Bulldog first down.
And that's just good blocking out there on the outside by the receivers, really allowing the receiver who caught the ball to spring forward and get the first down for his team.
Clock rolling again, 8:39 to go, third quarter. Pirates trail 21-14. One receiver wide right to the near side for Seth Cosme and company. Handoff, off right tackle, and a Pirate defense right there to knock him down for a short pickup of a couple of yards on the play. Trying to see who's on the carry. That's 34 carrying the football for TLU. To Corey Willis. They've got a fleet of running backs.
Yeah, they're always going in fresh right there. You can see them standing there near the down marker next to their running backs coach. It seems like every single play a new one is running in.
Weston Guzman in the game now, lined up to the left side of Cosme. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 wide right. Play action. And pass caught over the middle of the field at the 46-yard line. Great concentration by the TLU wide receiver, Cole Andrews. He's a tight end. Used the artificial as a screen and made a nice catch.
And we've seen it before right there in the first half, Merle. Right now, TLU is using their running back in the passing game really well. Right there we saw with the play action for another first down for the Bulldogs.
Handoff. Nope, Cosme's going to dump it off right side, complete to the 35, 45 to the 40, and out of bounds at about the 37-yard line, depending on where he stepped out of bounds. They're saying he stepped out of bounds at the 40, so it's a 6-yard pickup. Bring up a second down and 4.
And this play action giving everyone fits, Merle. It's giving us fits up here. We don't know who has the ball. They're doing a really good job in the backfield of hiding that and then getting the ball out to the open receiver.
Second and 4 from the 40-yard strike. Clock rolling, 7:15 to go third quarter. Cosme in the shotgun again. Dropping, swinging out right side, complete to the 40. Bounces it to the outside and going to get the first down to the 35-yard line. I believe that was number 9, Andrews again.
And it's these quick passes, Merle, these quick passes to the sideline. They've been killing the Pirates all day. And I don't know if we have an answer to it right now. We're kind of playing off the line of scrimmage, and so as long as we play off, I think TLU's just going to keep attacking that pass out to the boundary.
Well, the strength of this defense are those big guys up front, and if they don't have time to get to the quarterback, it makes it a long day. First down at the 35-yard line, TLU on the move, 2 receivers near side. Now a handoff. Breaking tackles inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line. And once again, it was Jacob Fortin on the carry. Picks up another 7 yards, second down and 3. They're almost using the pass to set up the run instead of the other way around, it seems like.
Yeah, in the first half, it was the run setting up the pass. And now, like you just said, it's the pass setting up the run. And it's the fatigue setting into the Pirates' front 6 right now. You can see it. They're tired. They've been out there, I don't know how many plays, but it's been a lot throughout this whole contest. And TLU offense taking advantage of it.
One receiver wide right to the near side. This time the defense comes up big, but the second effort pushes it down near the first down mark. We're going to bring up a third down and 3. They stack that up for no gain. Let's see here. Number of plays. We didn't really go over the stats. 28 plays for Southwestern, 43 for TLU in the first half.
And that's just the first half.
Yeah. Third down and 3 coming up here from the 28-yard line. Clock rolling, 5.5 to go third quarter. Pirates trail by 2 scores. TLU on the move. 3rd and 3 from the 28-yard line. Play action, dropping back, setting it up over the left side. That ball is caught at the 12-yard line, and that'll be good for a first down. Hauling it in, number 80, that's Caleb Klosterman. Sad part is, TJ, that ball was underthrown at the defensive back, looks back to the quarterback. He's got himself an interception, and he's still running.
Yeah, he was just scrambling to recover right there, and he didn't even think to look back. And unfortunately for the Pirates, once more, another Bulldog first down.
First down at the 13. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the near side. Pass over the center of the field, batted away. Great job that time. Just in the nick of time. Is that 8? I can't quite read that number.
It's either 0 or 8.
I think it's Aiden O'Connell, the defensive back.
Yeah, I think it is Aiden.
Got a hand in there, knocked it away. Makes it 2nd down and 10 from the 13-yard line.
And that pass just thrown a little bit too far behind the wide receiver by Cosme. If he would have thrown it a little more in front of him, I think that's a touchdown for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I agree. He had the position. Stops the clock, 4:46 to go. 2 receivers wide right, 1 to the near side. Handoff up the middle, breaking tackles inside the 10 and pounds it down to the 6-yard line. Going to set up a 3rd down and about a long 2, maybe a short 3 here.
And Peyton Ludeman coming in from the corner position to make that tackle and prevent the touchdown on that play. Good job by him.
Obviously in field goal range to make it a 3-possession game again.
I don't think the Bulldogs, even if we get to a 4th down here, I don't think they're thinking about a field goal.
3rd down and 3 coming up. Cosme dropping back, looking, stepping up. Inside the 5, spins into the end zone, touchdown TLU.
And we talk all day about that front 4, but applying that pressure to the quarterback, right, Merle? Right there, they did it. He just steps right up in the pocket, and there's no one there to hit him. And until they do, does a little spin move on our linebacker and finds himself in the end zone.
So the senior Seth Cosme having the better of it here in his last go-around against these Pirates. Now they're going to run for 2. Rolling to his right, rolling, looking now, and into the end zone. Did he get it in?
Yep.
Yes, he did. That was Caden Bosanko, a sophomore quarterback. We'll take that one in for the 2-point conversion. With 4:03 to go in the 3rd quarter, Pirates are in trouble, down 29-7. I think if you're Southwestern, you got to get another score here before this quarter ends, or very early in the 4th quarter. Give yourself a shot to pull it out in the 4th quarter.
No, you hit the nail on the head right there, Merle. You know, not just with TLU scoring there, they wasted about 5 minutes off the clock for the Pirates. So a great drive by the Bulldogs. I want to say that's their best drive of the day in
I think
terms
you're
of
right.
how far they had to go across the field, getting crucial 3rd downs. Just a great job by Cosme in the backfield, just commanding his offense and burning time off the clock for the Pirates.
Well, we've asked the defense to do so much to try to keep Southwestern in the game, and that time they just couldn't get the stop and they needed to. So 4:03 to go, 3rd quarter. Southwestern trails it now 29-7. We'll love to see a short kick and a nice return here. Logan Barnes with the football on the tee, set to kick it away. Kind of a line drive squib kick. Lands on the carpet at the 35-yard line, and a nice return out to 40. Thought he broke free, but that was somebody else. Got all excited there. Still a nice job there by the Pirates to pick up that ball. Not an easy ball to handle. That was Dominic Davila, the tight end, with the good hands there, and he almost broke through that line of defense.
And that's something that you don't see Dominic have to do a lot of, is make a kickoff return happen. But he is athletic. He does have good hands, and that's why he's out there on the second line for situations like that when teams pooch kick or squib kick it to him.
Didn't catch what he said there, but in any event, it's going to be Southwestern football at the 38-yard line. This is their best field position, I believe, to start a drive, except for the down at the 5-yard line a few moments ago. 2 receivers left, 1 to the near side. 4:02 to go, 3rd quarter. Handoff up the middle, looking for a running move. I think this is a little blue, and he is snowed under 3 white shirts there to knock him down.
And we're talking about the fatigue on the defensive line. That's the first time I haven't seen a push from the offensive line for the Pirates. So they might be getting a little tired, too, up front.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 coming up from the 38-yard line. 2 receivers wide left, 1 to the near side. Damian Gomez in the shotgun, LeBlue to his right side. Play action, looking, Gomez looking right, now back to his left. He's got some running room and makes the man miss to the 45, to the 50, turns the corner and out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
Oh, no.
And then a flag comes flying in well after the play.
They're going to call a blindside block on us, Merle, and it was a receiver holding his block until the very end and then pushing the guy he was blocking to the ground. It wasn't a blindside block. But I could see it coming from a mile away, and I was just waiting for one of those refs to throw it. I hope I'm wrong, but that's what I'm thinking it's going to be right now.
They're talking it over. Right now it's at the TLU 48-yard line, but we'll check.
Block in the back.
Oh, no.
Block in the back.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
So it's going to be a spot foul. So it takes away the first down, puts the ball back at the 42-yard line. They'll get the down back, so it's going to be 2nd down and 6 now from the 42. But theme of the night, TJ, penalties, penalties, penalties.
Shooting ourselves in the foot here. And usually when it happens, we're not able to come back. We'll see here on this drive how it affects us.
Want to see a wide left to the near side. Going to keep it himself again. Big hole across the 50 and slides down at the 46-yard line. Damian Gomez doing what Damian Gomez can do, using his legs, and he picks up a first down at the 45-yard line.
You know, you say he can do it. It's something we just haven't seen from him this
Right.
year. We knew he can do it because of what we saw last year. But this year, he's been, I guess, scrambling too much. He's been trying to overthrow. We haven't seen him use his legs quite as much. But here, just on this drive, it's shown some great things here for the Pirates.
Exactly right. First down at the 45-yard line. To his left. And he fakes the pitch out. Helmet comes flying off, and he takes a hit at the 43-yard line. That's dangerous because he was spinning around. Body's flying at him. He'll have to come out of the game for a play here with the helmet coming off.
And that was just well played by TLU. When running the option to the boundary, it really gives the defense enough time to then go take away the edge, take away the pitch. And we saw it right there with TLU. They were able to do that and keep Gomez and funnel him back in to all the other white jerseys.
No gain in the play. 2nd down and 10 from the 45-yard line.
And we'll have Spriggs come in because of the helmet coming off.
One receiver left, 2 to the near side. LeBlue in the backfield along with Spriggs. Handoff, right side, trying to get the corner turn. Does to the 40, gets a block on the edge. Hurdles down to the 35-yard line, still on his feet, and down to the 32-yard line. Nice run by Sam LeBlue, first down Pirates.
And Sam LeBlue, someone we haven't called upon a lot this season, but right there we saw the shiftiness that he has and the power there at the end of the run. Fakes inside with the cut, then cuts right back outside. Finds that hidden yards basically because he was looked like he was going to be tackled there around the 2-yard gain, but he was able to get the first for his team.
5'8", 180-pound sophomore out of Sugar Land, Texas, Fort Bend Christian Academy. First down and 10 at the 32-yard line. Trips wide left, one to the near side. Back in the game is Gonzalez. Starts right, throws left over the center of the field, and that ball is overthrown and incomplete. Dangerous pass. Got it through that one into double coverage, but it landed harmlessly at the turf, trying to get it down the field to Coleman Robertson again.
Yeah, I think there was another case of miscommunication there because Gomez threw it, and Robertson wasn't even out of his cut yet. And when he did cut, it was right there around the 3-yard line, but that pass was deep into the end zone.
Field goal does the Pirates absolutely no good. It would still be a 4-possession game. Handoff, LeBlue, and he is going to be stacked up and lose a couple of yards. Going to set up a 3rd down and 12 now from the 34-yard line as we have 90 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, right there for TLU, the linebacker number 23, Caleb Giles, was just on an all-out blitz there. Doesn't need to read his keys, just needs to go get the ball, and he did that right there, tackling Sam LeBlue in the backfield.
It's a big 3rd down here for the Pirates. Field goal will make it 29-10. You're down by 19 at that point. I guess it'd be a 3-possession game, but it would be a big 3-possession.
Yeah, it'd be tough to do with 1 quarter only.
Dropping back. Pass dumped off underneath. Got one man to beat, and he is not going to beat him. Going to be knocked down at the 36-yard line. Actually loses a couple of yards. Nice job there by the TLU defense to read that play well. Samuel Johnson on the swing pass and sets up a 4th down and long.
Yeah, number 93, Nathan Hansen played that really well. He basically knew, he felt the screen was coming, and he stuck with the Southwestern running back, and once he completed the pass, he was right there on top of it to make the tackle.
Offense stays on the field. 4th down and 14 with 23 seconds to go. The clock rolling in this third quarter. The blue lined up left of Gomez. Oh, they snapped and he wasn't ready. Dropping back, looking, steps up, fires over the left side, caught at the 20-yard line, and down to the 15, just the way they drew it up.
Sometimes stuff like that happens, Merle, and it shocks everybody, and no one's really ready for it. And right there, it helped the Pirates out. I love it.
Graydon Thompson was ready for it. He hauls it in at the 15-yard line, and we've reached the end of quarter number 3, 29-7 your score. And let's get Mr. Crazy on the air with us again here as we get ready to start this 4th and final quarter. All right, Chuck, time to put on your prognosticator cap. The Pirates going to come back and pull this thing out.
Well, Merle, I think PJ said it earlier, that drive in answer to the initial Southwestern score was huge for TLU. Pirates really have an opportunity here, as you said, Merle, to cut into this lead early in the 4th quarter. There's no wind. It doesn't matter which side of the field it is.
Right.
I think the Pirates are still in this. They get a touchdown here. The defense is getting some rest. This is a decently long drive. They're just going to have to shut TLU down. That's the only hope here.
Is it still miserable?
Yes.
All right, thanks, Chuck. We'll talk to you at the end of the game. Thank you to Chuck Crazy. Talked about the All-Star crew. Chuck, the voice of the Leander Lions.
And the host of Crazy's Corner.
And the host of Crazy's Corner on the SC Football Weekly every Monday night from Jack's Lounge in the beautiful Georgetown, Sheraton. When are you coming out?
You tell me. I'm down for tea time whenever. You tell me, Merle. I'll be there. I work from home. I can work from the Sheraton Lounge for a little bit.
Yeah, that place, it doesn't suck. Very nice.
I've never stayed there, but they put on a lot of events there, and you're right.
The blue on the carry as we start the 4th quarter. Breaking tackles inside the 10 to the 5 and into the end zone. Tell he fumbled it. Did he get across the goal line first? What are they going to say?
There's no signal yet. No. It looks like they're going to call a touchback.
They're going to call a touchback. Had a touchdown, fumbled the ball through the end zone. And it's going to go back to TLU instead of a Pirate score.
Once I saw the ref on the Southwestern sideline start running into the end zone instead of putting up his hands for a touchdown, I knew that was it.
From the ball to 1-yard line, out through the back of the end zone. By rule, the ball is placed at the 20-yard line after a touchback. First down, defense.
Well, I hate to say it, but I think it was the right call. It looked to me like the ball came out just a little bit early. We don't have the greatest vantage point up here. But, man, the story of the night right there.
It did look like the right call, but I'll still say it was a touchdown just because Southwestern is the reason I have student loans, Merle. But still, it goes back to it, Merle. Mistakes, mistakes, mistakes. And right there, Sam LeBlue looked like he was going to start the 4th quarter off in grand fashion for the Pirates. But instead, a fumble to the back of the end zone, and it's TLU ball at the 20.
Yep, you're back within 2 scores, an entire quarter to go. Instead, the defense has got to get the ball back quickly. Cosme in the shotgun. Hand off straight ahead, running up to the 25-yard line. That's a 5-yard pickup, and the clock will continue to roll. As we see a steady dive here of Jacob Fortin and his teammates.
And this, if you're TLU, this is what you're built for.
Right.
Short gains, run the clock out, and just keep Southwestern's offense off the field and don't have possession.
2nd down and 5 from the 25-yard line. One receiver left, 2 to the near side. Cosme going to keep it himself. Fakes the pitch out across the 30-yard line. Has a first down and shoved down at about the 34. And temperatures starting to flare just a little bit down there. It's hot. They're tired of each other at this point of the game. They were tired of each other when the buses showed up.
Yeah. And I think, too, when you think from the Southwestern side, the mistakes and everything are kind of compounding for them, too. And there was frustrations are coming out.
Yep.
Hopefully it stays, cooler heads prevail by the end of it all. But I even feel it up here, Merle. It's tough.
First down 10 at the 32-yard line. Handoff. Don't pass over the middle. Complete to the 45-yard line and into Pirate territory across the 50 down to the 49. Jacob Wallace on the reception. He's had several nice catches tonight for TLU. And the Bulldogs move the chains at the midfield stripe. First down and 10.
Another good play action pass for the Bulldogs. Finding a wide receiver wide open in the middle of the field. First down.
Email still open, southwesternfb@gmail.com. First down 10 at the 50-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Break and tackles and pushing the pile down to about the 47-yard line. Gain of about 3 yards on the play. Brings up a second down and 7. That was the Corey Willis on the stop. A horde of Pirates there to bring him down.
Did Skyler ever get back to you? Does he have a man cave?
He never answered that question.
He's ducking the question. Come on, Skyler.
Two receivers left, one to the near side. Cosme in the shotgun again. Looking back, fires over the right side, complete to the 43-yard line and knocked out of bounds. Good job there by Peyton Ludeman to keep that to a short game. Sets up a 3rd down and 1. Turned into a 5-yard pickup, more than I thought it was, but still 3rd down and 1 from the 41-yard line.
Now, right there, I think TLU missed a big opportunity with Cole Andrus. If Cosme pump fakes that throw that he just made, Cole Andrus was running right up down the sideline of Southwestern. He would have had an easy touchdown if Cosme gets him the ball.
Instead, it's 3rd down and 1 from the 41-yard line. Two receivers wide left, clock moving. It is the Pirates' enemy right now. 12-12 to go in the ball game. Cosme, handoff up the middle, and breaking tackles, has a first down and more inside the 35 down to the 34-yard line. The Corey Willis again on the carry.
And it's those short gains once more, Morrow. Burning more time. Getting the Southwestern defense even more tired.
Yep. They're just, the only good news is there's plenty of time between plays, but that still grinds on you. Bulldogs in no hurry. Receiver coming in motion right to left. They give it to him on the end around, trying to turn the corner, cuts it up at the 30, breaks into the secondary, inside the 15 and down to the 13-yard line. I think I caught a glimpse. That was Chase Paddock, the wide receiver. It was. And TLU knocking on the door again at the 12-yard line as the clock continues to roll.
And that's something we haven't seen them do all day, is a wide receiver sweep to the outside.
Right.
New plays against Southwestern because they've been used to that running back going right up the middle. But now they're going on the outside with a sweep. And a big gain there for the first down.
First down and 10 from the 13-yard line. One receiver left, two to the near side. Handoff up the middle and down to the 10, maybe the 9. Gain of about 3 on the play. Jacob Fortin on the carry. On the stop for the Pirates was Justin Zamora. 2nd and 7 from the 10. Nice crowd on hand tonight on both sides. Seguin only, what, about an hour and a half away from...
An hour if you take the toll road.
Yeah. Pass towards the end zone. That ball is, did he haul it in? It's going to be pass interference, I think, against the Pirates. I thought it was pretty good coverage.
That was a late call, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
They were already at the back of the end zone, out of it.
And battling for the football.
Yeah, by the time that flag came in. But that'll put the ball at the 1 at that point.
Yeah.
Pass interference, number 8, defense. By rule, the ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
It's going to be called at Aiden O'Connell. I thought he had pretty good position and was just fighting to knock the football away, but they say he got there too early.
And TLU in the jumbo package here.
Try to put a dagger in it. Handoff right side, and he's going to get the corner turn, puts the shoulder down, and pushes his way into the end zone. Touchdown TLU. Jacob Fortin again with the carry. That makes it 35-7 with the extra point pending.
And I mentioned the jumbo package. They don't even go right up the middle behind them. They go on the outside. You just don't know what this TLU offense is going to do here. And now trying to extend their lead even more here on the Pirates on the point after try.
They trot into a traditional extra point attempt formation. Joaquin Rodriguez, the senior, out of the hold of Caden Bosanko, whose run went in for 2 earlier in the ball game. Good snap and hold. Kick is up. And he drills it through. So 10:24 left to go, fourth quarter, and you score now 36-7 in favor of the TLU Bulldogs. Well, what do you do if you're Southwestern? I mean, at this point, you just want to complete a drive. You move the ball. You just haven't got it in the end zone except for the one time.
If you're the Pirates here, I think, a comeback is possible, obviously, with time on the clock, but it's going to be tough. The big thing is focusing, like you just said, getting a real drive going, getting a solid drive going, and just getting that confidence back in your team. You just had an opportunity to score over here on this side, and you fumbled into the end zone. So right now, it doesn't seem like anything you do is going right for you.
Right.
Just use this right here to come out, just do your best, and good things will happen. And I think that's what we got to focus on here at the end of this game with 10 minutes left. I'm trying to be optimistic, Merle.
Well, Pirates are going to have to fix it quick because conference play starts next week. Southwestern on the road traveling to Hendricks up in Arkansas.
Gosh, there's nothing to do in Arkansas outside of Fayetteville. Do you know that?
We made that trip. That might
I wasn't there.
I couldn't remember. That was when we first did the games in the first 5 years of the program. Made the trip up to Hendricks. Drove back in the heaviest rainstorm I've ever driven in my life, and it lasted forever.
I still think Hendricks is better than Alpine and Brownwood.
I think you're right, yeah.
Even with that being said.
Kickoff down to the 5-yard line, straight catch call for. That was the first year, actually, that we made that trip up there, 2013. So the all-freshman team that the Pirates had, you were still in high school?
Yeah, that was back when you had just celebrated your 21st birthday, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I wish.
Speaking of Hendricks, fellas, Hendricks up by 3 right now against East Texas Baptist. Minute left in the third.
Hendricks up by 3 over ETBU.
And that's another team the Pirates have never beaten in their program's history, ETBU.
Played them tough with their place last year, but it came up a little short.
And kind of similar to this game.
Yeah.
Penalties, fumbles, that was the story out there in Brownwood or in Marshall last year.
Yeah. Gomez. Play action all day to throw. Fires over the center of the field. And did he hang on to it? No, couldn't haul it in. Threw it a little bit behind his intended target. Trying to get it down the field to Mitchell Garrett, the junior out of Magnolia. Falls incomplete. 2nd down and 10. 10-16 to go in this one.
And Gomez has had a lot of time to throw all day. I mean, TLU's been in this 3-man front, haven't really applied too much pressure to Gomez or even to Jalen Spriggs at that point. But it just seems like they're not able to convert on, whether he has the time or not.
Right. Gomez dropping back, looking, stepping up now. You jinxed him. All of a sudden the pocket broke down. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. Although, to be fair, he had time. That was good coverage, forced him to step up in the pocket, and the TLU defense got him in the pincers.
As an offensive lineman, as a former offensive lineman, those are the ones that always irk you. Like, you feel like you have your block, and then you just, out of nowhere, the guy you're blocking just goes off to the left.
Away from you.
And it's like, where you going, bro?
Yeah.
Your quarterback is scrambling.
3rd down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Gomez dropping back, stepping up, firing over the left side, and incomplete, almost intercepted. Had his target, overshot him a little bit, and not what the Pirates wanted there. A quick 3 and out. They'll have to punt it away again with 9:39 to go.
We're at 6 turnovers, Merle. That would have been 7 there.
Ooh.
Reminds me of a game I played against McMurray out in Abilene. We had 8 fumbles, but we came out with the win.
Yeah.
If you believe that, we came out with the win on a last-second defensive stand, like with guys like Garrett Womack,
right,
Nick Smith, Ben Brockman, Nick Hackett.
Wasn't that like an 8-6 game or something?
It was something like that. I think it was like, no.
That punt may have been partially blocked.
Yeah,
It's going to roll dead at the 46-yard line. Only a 21-yard punt. It was either partially blocked or just went off the side of the foot of Charlie Fournier.
Yeah, it could be that slickness that Chuck was talking about, going off the foot there. I don't know. What do you think, Chuck? Can we ask him? Did it get blocked? He's right there.
It's the sweat, man. Everybody's drenched in it down here, and it's on the ball, basically. It's not like rain wet, but it is humid down here.
Houston
causing
weather.
problems.
Houston weather, as I like to say.
Yep. As a South Texan myself, that's that Corpus Christi weather.
That's true. First down 10 at the 46-yard line after the short punt. New quarter, no, Cosme still in, hands off left side to the 40, bounce to the outside, 35-30. He could go 25-20. Flag comes down. This one's coming back. Stepped out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. It was a big run, but the flag comes down, and that probably explains the big run.
Yep. And, yeah, I think Cosme's staying in for at least the foreseeable future. I don't see TLU letting their foot off the gas in this type of game, Merle. You know, like we said earlier, rivals, you don't see rivals take it easy on each other.
Right.
Because, quite frankly, if I was on the field and we were winning by this much, I would want to keep scoring, too.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but TLU, like Southwestern, remember the SCAC in all sports but football.
Mm-hmm.
They stayed in the American Southwest Conference. The Pirates move into the SAA, Southern Athletic Association. So this is a non-conference game, but
well, then TLU's going back to the SCAC next year.
That's right. Yeah.
And because we were supposed to, but then I don't know what happened. But neither here nor there right now.
Handoff inside the 40, down at the 35-yard line. That should be good for a first down. That'll be the question I asked Coach Austin the very last Southwestern Football SC Football Weekly.
What will it be?
What's going on with the conference next year? I'll wait for that one.
Because I know we're going to the SAA for us.
Right, yeah.
That kind of irks me because I thought our team in 2016 here at Southwestern was going to be the last SCAC football champions, but as it stands next year, as of 2024, it doesn't seem like my conference championship ring will hold any value outside of sentimental value. I'm sure there's some D3 sports memorabilia collectors out there, Merle.
That was a fun season, though.
Oh, it definitely was.
Handoff, left side, and down to the 35-yard line. Gain of a yard. If I remember right, the Pirates beat TLU to clinch that championship. Is that correct?
We beat Trinity to clinch.
Beat Trinity to clinch.
Yeah, so we played Austin College, Trinity, and then TLU in
had to play them twice, right?
Round-robin type format. And then we beat Trinity here to clinch. It was homecoming. It was a great time. It was a great night. Let me tell you, Merle. One that I do and don't remember, but we don't need to get into that right now. And then we beat TLU the next week in Seguin to clinch the undefeated conference record.
Yeah. I knew the finale was against TLU. I remembered that.
In Seguin, yep.
Second down and 9, 35-yard. That was a high-scoring game, too, if I remember right. Yep. Russell down from behind. That's going to get it down to the 31-yard line. So it's up a third down and about 5 yards to go here for the Bulldogs. Clock rolling, 7:20 to go. TLU in command, 36-7, looking for more.
And they're just going to let the clock wind down here on this Pirates team.
Third down call, 6 from the 32. Passing over to the left side and got a receiver open and caught out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Got to be first and goal. TLU not taking their foot off the gas.
And I know this is a Southwestern broadcast, but I got to give props to Cosme right there. A perfect throw on the outside that only his receiver could get. And right there, I mean, he did get it. Now they have great field position here on the 4-yard line.
First and goal from the 5. TLU trying to tack on another score here. This is a new quarterback. This is their backup quarterback number 5 into the ball game, Caden Bosanko. That's going to bring up a second down. Clock stop of 6:26 on the incompletion.
And at this point, Merle, it's about playing for pride. It's about playing for your university here. Obviously, not the night you expected if you're the Pirates. But hey, if you can keep TLU out of the end zone right here on the 4-yard line, I think that's a win in and of itself.
Second down and goal. Hand off and digging for yardage. Not going to get there. Going to bring up a third down and goal from the 2. Kudos to the Pirates defense coming up big there on that play. 3 or 4 guys involved in the tackle.
The clock does continue to roll on that. But I think right now, like I just said, it's about playing for pride right now. Get this stop right here. Get the ball back to your offense, and let's try and make something happen.
3rd down and goal from the 2. Running back to his right is Jackson Bennett. As Masanko looks over to the sideline. Rolling to his right. Just cutting it back up. Going to be dropped for a loss back at the 5-yard line. Nice play there. A Pride defensive stop there by the Pirate defense. That was Jameer Martin, a freshman out of Cleveland, Texas, on the stop. Brings up a 4th down here for TLU.
Got one more play here to make a stop to prevent this score. I don't think the TLU Bulldogs are going to kick a field goal here.
Nope.
I think, from this distance, you might as well go for it. You'd still pin Southwestern back deep into their own territory.
4th down and goal at the 5, coming up on the 5-minute mark.
Well, it looks like they're just going to let the clock run down and call timeout, so we will see, I guess, if they do decide to kick a field goal or not.
And there's your timeout. We'll keep it here. 4:56 left to go.
Texas Lutheran, their first charge of the half.
So the Pirates on the road next week to Hendricks up in Arkansas. Obviously, we won't have that game for you. You'll be able to find the Hendricks link on southwesternpirates.com. We'll be back 2 weeks from today. I think it's Birmingham Southern, if I remember right.
It's homecoming that week.
First Texas
I feel bad for our Pirates fans, Merle. They don't get to hear us every week. They have to listen to the other guys. Like, I watched the game last week against Cal Lutheran. Those guys look good. They were wearing suits, all this stuff.
Yeah.
But there was something missing, Merle. I don't know what it was. I think they were trying to be us, and they just couldn't. It's hard to replicate greatness, I think, Merle. There's a lot of Southwestern fans that are gonna be like, TJ's dumb.
He is
Y'all
so
are not
modest.
that good.
He is so modest. 4th and goal from the 5. They are going to try a field goal. Try to get over this. Make it a 39-7 game if they can convert here from the right hash. This one is a 22-yarder.
Look good.
And it is good. So 4:54 to go. They pad their lead now 39-7. And Southwestern get one more crack at it to try to at least get into double digits to make this score look a little bit more respectable. Well, next time we come back in 2 weeks, hopefully we'll have all the bells and whistles that we wanted to have. First broadcast of the year for us, so incorporating Melvin's gear with my gear, and I think we grabbed some stuff from the crowd to get stuff put together here.
We're being rusty tonight.
We're being fussy tonight?
We're rusty.
Oh, rusty, yeah.
It's the first game of the season, so everyone bear with us. We'll have this all knocked out by 2 weeks from tonight.
Sad part is we got here at 4 o'clock. I mean, we got here 3 hours before kickoff.
We do have a couple of upsets brewing right now. One of them I shouldn't say, but there's an upset going on in Lubbock. Texas Tech leading by 2 with 5:13 to go.
In case you missed it, Trinity knocking off Mary Hardin Baylor earlier tonight in a non-conference tilt. Who did you hate more, TLU or Trinity as a player? I asked Coach that on the show the other night.
For me, it was TLU because I played against them longer. Trinity, there was always that hate just because of who they are, what they think they are. But for me, it was always TLU. Because we only played Trinity my freshman year.
True, yeah.
Hardin Simmons also with a win tonight, 28-21.
Kickoff. Going to sail back to the 5-yard line. Fair catch called for and made. I don't like the fair catch on the kickoff rule.
You're old school, Merle. That's why.
I am old school. I miss those kickoff returns.
Unless Devin Hester's back there, I don't miss it too much. I will say, to go back to your earlier question, I remember my freshman year, our strength and conditioning coach, Doug Ross, the week we were going to play Trinity on homecoming to try and clinch conference, he had us listening to their fight song in the weight room on repeat all week, and by that point, we were so tired of hearing it, we went out there and made them and got a shutout because we didn't want to hear it.
Didn't want to hear it. I like that. All right, first down 10 from the 25-yard line, and handout bouncing it. It's a new running back in the ball game here for the Pirates. I caught a glimpse of 20-something. 28 on the carry. That is Demarion Wigginton, 5'8", 250-pound sophomore out of Garland High School. Picks up about 2 yards on the carry. 2nd down and 8. Gomez in at quarterback. We've seen both tonight. Both have looked good at times in different ways. Both have made some mistakes.
We really haven't seen Spriggs, though, in the second half outside
That's
of Gomez losing his helmet that one play.
Right. Handoff up the middle, up to the 30-yard line. Going to pick up about 3 yards on the play, sets up a 3rd down and 5. The clock down, 4:09 to go.
So I guess Coach Austin's going to stick with Gomez no matter what, as another TLU player is down.
This
Hopefully
looks like
it's just
a cramp.
cramps.
Yeah. If you're letting another guy stretch you out, you know it's cramps.
You know, I could say a lot of things to that, but I'm not. This is a PG broadcast. After hours, Vype after hours gets crazy. Let me tell you. Chuck Crazy down there. You don't want to see what he does on Vype after hours.
Jesus, DC saying just move on, move along.
Do you still get cramps, Merle?
You know, in my foot.
In your foot?
Yeah, like the Charlie horse in my foot. Yeah.
I feel like that's extra painful. Like compared to like a calf or a hamstring, I feel like a foot cramp is bad. Because like there's really, when you think of muscles, the foot has more tendons, doesn't it?
Yeah. Really, for as nasty as the weather is, it's really only I think the first cramp we've seen tonight. We've seen some injuries, but I think that's the first one that I can definitely say is a cramp. So testament to the conditioning of the athletes on both sides.
People drinking their water. Bobby Boucher would be proud.
3rd down and 5 for the Pirates at the 30-yard line. Gomez to his right. He's going to fake the pitch out, cuts it up, has a 1st down and more across the 40 to the 42-yard line.
David Gomez on the carry.
So he's throwing an interception in the end zone. We fumbled it through the end zone for a touchback. That's 14 points right there, and both of those turned into points for TLU. I mean, it's lopsided on the scoreboard, but I bet the statistics aren't that terrible.
Yeah, I mean, if you take away those turnovers and turn them into points for the Pirates, I don't know how different this game would be. I mean, maybe it does turn out different. Maybe the momentum swings are different, and this isn't what we end up seeing at the end of it all. But it's just something self-inflicted, Merle. We can't keep doing those kind of things if we want to be an elite football team. And
just
right
like
there,
that, yeah.
It's like clockwork almost. Like earlier when I jinxed it.
As if on cue.
I got to stop talking. That's basically what that's telling me. I got to stop talking.
We have one of our play-by-play guys. He's one of the, I love him, but he's one of the biggest homers there is. Mike Rose knows who I'm talking about. He will say things like, you know, if it wasn't for those 4 long touchdown runs, the X's really stopped them. But yeah, those 4 long touchdown runs count.
You know, you can't just take them away.
Right.
Dang, are you calling me a homer right now, Merle? He didn't say no, folks.
2nd down, a long hand up the middle. Nice hold this time out across the 45, cutting it back up to the 50-yard line into TLU territory. Still on his feet, and the ball comes out. Recovered by TLU. LeBlue again, a tremendous run, long carry, just loses concentration at the end, and the ball comes out, and TLU will get yet another turnover.
There's number 7, Merle.
After about a 35 or 40-yard run.
Shooting ourselves in the foot. It's not going to be a fun film session tomorrow
Oh,
because
boy.
The Pirates knew what they needed to do. I think they felt like they could accomplish what they needed to do. It was just a matter of holding onto the ball, not giving it to TLU, not giving them those opportunities. And here today, Chuck alluded to it right at the beginning. It's a slick day, sweat all over, and the ball's just not falling in favor of Southwestern.
Handoff up the middle, and whistles blow. It's going to be a procedure penalty. By contrast, TLU had, to my remembrance, 1 bad play. The snap on
Just
the
the snap over the head, and that's the only way Southwestern scored tonight.
For a full second before the snap. 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
So 1st down and 15. 2 minutes, 29 seconds to go in the ball game. All Bulldogs, 39-7.
And a run right up the middle there. Good snap by the Pirates front four. I can't imagine Coach Austin using the timeouts right now.
No. He's going to set up a second down and about 13 to go from the 33. One receiver left, two to the near side. Hand off left side, cut it up to the 35-yard line. Going to bring up a third down. Oh, he broke free into the secondary out across the 40-yard line. Great second effort there by the TLU running back. That is Jackson Bennett again. And sets up a third down and about 6 yards to go from the 40. 95 seconds left in this one. Bulldogs in no hurry. They're going to milk this play clock all the way down. We'll snap it with about a minute left. Quarterback's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get out across the 40 to 45-yard line, very near the first down marker. Caden Bosanko on the carry once again. Going to set up a third down and 1 from the Bulldog 45-yard line.
Fourth down and 1.
Or fourth and 1, sorry. Been a long night.
It's all good, Merle.
So they have to snap it. Yeah, they do have to snap it one more time. We'll see if they're not going to take a knee on fourth down.
Now they'll go for this and try and get the first and put this game on ice.
So fourth down and 1 from the 45-yard line. One receiver left, two to the near side. Bosanko going to keep it himself. He's going to pick up the first down and more across the midfield stripe down to the 46-yard line. They'll stop the clock to move the chains. And then that'll probably be the final snap of the ball game right there. And we've got an injured Pirate on the final play of the game.
Hopefully just a cramp too.
Let's hope so. Cannot afford to lose anybody. I think that's number 8, but I don't want to speculate. Be Aiden O'Connell if that's who it is. Well, that would make a bad night worse if this was a serious injury.
Yeah, well, he's
up
getting
right now.
Up.
That's good. And it is indeed number 8, so good to see him walking up the field under his own power. Aiden O'Connell, 5'11", 190-pound junior out of Central Catholic High School in San Antonio. The Buttons, their nickname.
The what?
The Buttons, B-U-T-T-O-N-S.
They have to pay to go to school there and be called the Buttons, Merle? Oh my gosh. Catch me in a public school at that point.
It means something. I read the history of one. It's actually a pretty cool deal, but I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, so I can't bail them out.
There's no bailing them out at that point, Merle. Trust me. And I have teammates that are alums from there, too.
Well, the scoreboard reads 0. And unfortunately, it also reads 39-7 TLU over the Southwestern Pirates. TLU evens up their record at 1-1. Southwestern will drop to 0-2 and will have to get better in a hurry. And we'll see if we'll stick around, see if Coach Austin makes his way over to talk to Chuck. I'm sure he's not going to be any happier about the second half than he was in the first half. Sometimes a player will join us. We'll see if that's the case here tonight. I wouldn't think so.
I'm putting my money on no right there, Merle.
The University Police Department reminds you to buckle your seatbelt on your way home this evening. Seatbelts are your best protection against serious injury. Once again, thank you for attending tonight's game and drive home safely.
We're standing by waiting on Coach. Tell you what, Mel, why don't we go and take a quick break here, and we'll be back with you when we have Coach lined up. You're watching Southwestern Pirates football on Vype Live. welcome back. 39-7, your final score. Pirates drop their home opener here tonight to the TLU Bulldogs. Merle Birchner along with TJ Bailey. Hey, we're on camera. I didn't realize that. Frustrating night for the Pirates, TJ. 39-7. Scoreboard looks bad. The stats are going to look bad. The turnovers and the penalties look the baddest.
It's just self-inflicted wounds, Merle. It's those turnovers, those penalties, like you were just saying. You could call it growing pains, maybe. Maybe that's what it is. This team's still learning how to play together, how to play with one another. And right now, I mean, this one's going to hurt, obviously, against TLU. But it's reload and get ready for next week against Hendricks.
Coach Austin making his way over here. We'll stand by and we'll turn it over to Chuck so we don't keep Coach waiting. Take it away, Chuck.
Thank you, Merle. Coach, tough night. I know you're going to break down some film, and we'll talk about it on Monday at SU Football Weekly. But what are your early thoughts on this game?
We did not play winning football. 7 turnovers is not winning football. And that's just it. I mean, you have no chance when you turn the ball over 7 times.
Well, and some of those were just bad breaks, like the touchdown here on the end down here where the ball goes through the back of the end zone.
Well, nice of you to say, but we fumbled, right? That's it. We fumbled. So that's not a bad break. That's a good play by them, a bad play by us. It's ball security. It's what you learn starting when you start playing Pee Wee. We got to take care of the ball better. I mean, we turned the ball over 7 times, and that's not winning football.
Well, I know you've still got a week to prepare for Hendricks in Arkansas. That's a road game. What can we expect from the Pirates next week?
Good question. Maybe I'll have that figured out by SU Football Weekly. But we haven't started well both weeks. We didn't have quite as much fight. You know, we've got to figure out how to play winning football. Where we take care of the football, we limit penalties, we execute our assignments. We just got to play. You know, I'm not going to tell them locker room is, you guys want to win, we'll win when we play winning football.
Exactly. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you. Directly from Coach. Tough night. They just got to play better, as he said.
Yeah, I mean,
can you hear me?
Yeah. I was just going to say you're exactly right. You've heard TJ and I talk about it as the fourth quarter was winding down there. You fumble the ball like that you take away 14 points off of your scoreboard, and you add 14 points to their scoreboard. That's a 28-point swing in a 32-point game. I mean, it's a totally different animal if you take care of the football a little bit better, I think.
Well, and that just, momentum's a very important aspect of the game of football. And it can't even be measured how much momentum shifted with that fumble after, down here on this end of the stadium. I believe it was LeBlue going in with the score, and it should have been a score. I was right there on the goal line, and like TJ, I've got gold-colored glasses, black and gold-colored glasses on. I thought it was a score, but Coach didn't, so.
Well, you made it through the night, Chuck. You can go home and get back in some AC, and we'll see you back out here in a couple weeks. Well, actually, we'll see you on Monday night for SC Football Weekly.
We'll probably see you in about 5 minutes because I'm going to ring you your microphone, and then I'll be heading out.
All right, sounds good. We'll see you in a minute, Chuck. Got the stats, St. Peter Bailey Middleton, and they are about as unpleasant as you can imagine. Southwestern falling behind on first downs 30-18. Passing yards 279 to 171 for TLU. Rushing yards 45 carries, 198 yards for the Bulldogs. 28 carries, 174 yards. Pirates ran the football pretty well. 20 carries, 174 yards. But yeah, the 7 turnovers, that was a biggie right there. And time of possession and all that kind of stuff, heavily in favor of TLU, as you would imagine, with the final score of 39-7. TJ.
The big thing, and I think Coach Austin talked about it, taking ownership of the mistakes, the things you need to do better on, and the fact that right now we're not a winning football team. If right now this team can come together, learn from this, and get back together next week against Hendricks, take that ownership, we're going to be fine the rest of the year. This doesn't affect us in conference.
Right.
It's just right now this one's going to sting. And, we feel it up here. We support the Pirates, and we know that they can play better, and that's what makes it sting. And so right now they're going to reload and do a lot better next week. I can see it. I can feel it. And it's up to these seniors to get everyone on that same page.
Well, the Pirates are going to improve from tonight. throughout the rest of the season. We're going to improve and get the broadcast better within 2 weeks. We got it on the air. Great job by Melvin and Suna to put it together when the computer acted up right before we went on the air. So did a good job of at least getting the broadcast on the air and built some stuff and added to it, but we'll get better as the season wears on as well. Great to see you again, and we will see you in a couple of weeks.
Yes, sir. Always a pleasure.
All right, so that's going to do it for us this afternoon. The Pirates will head to Hendrix College up in Arkansas next week against Hendrix College, and again, we're not broadcasting the game. They are. You'll be able to find the link posted on southwesternpirates.com. Don't forget to join us Monday night for SU Football Weekly at 6 o'clock from Jack's Lounge inside the beautiful Georgetown Sheraton. Coach Austin will be there to break down what happened here tonight. I want to thank Melvin Jones, our producer, doing a great job. Michael Rose on camera, Okoye Anderson, TJ Vela, Chuck Tracy down at the sidelines, Skylar Gillespie, our QA, Sooner Vincott, our technical director. My name is Merle Bertrand, signing out. We'll see you back here for homecoming 2 weeks from today against Birmingham Southern. SU Football Weekly on Monday night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will see you next time right here on Vype Live. Good night, everybody.
Pirates fight for old Southwestern, for alma mater dear. Pirates fight for old Southwestern. To Southwestern will be loyal to the sun from the sky, and remember to the end that our fight will never die. Pirates fight, yeah we win. Ay. Pirates fight, to the end. Whoa. Pirates fight.